Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the final part in this amazing Chainsaw Man read-through, where I'm reading through Chainsaw Man for the first time, and I'm joined by this man right here.
That's me, who is not reading Chainsaw Man for the first time, or for the second time. But some of these chapters were indeed for the first time, about 15 or so of them, since I stopped reading week to week or bi-weekly to bi-weekly, every
Yep.
second week to second. You know how to say
What were you up to?
I actually can't tell. It was one of the Yuko high school ones.
Okay.
But I was like, oh, because I remember I typed in the Discord, I was like, oh, I'm reading new stuff. And then I read the next chapter, I'm like, I'm familiar with most of this. But I didn't remember the beginning bit. So I was like, maybe I read this one, or maybe I just saw a lot of images of it. I was also kind of getting spoiled by things because Miller and sometimes Minty would post in our spoiler channel for Chainsaw Man, and I can't resist. If it's got a spoiler tag, I gotta click it. So I was getting spoiled on little things. Like basically that Asa and Denji had somewhat of a romantic relationship going on, and Minty was very mad and Miller was very happy. But that's not even really true. But we'll talk about all that when we progress.
Alright, well, we are covering in this video everything in part 2, basically. So up to now, there's 119 chapters, so we covered chapters 98 to 119.
How many chapters is that?
Not much. I know that.
24 or something. Yeah, so it's probably the shortest amount of chapters we've read, right? Yeah, because we did it in 3 parts, right? Yeah.
Well, recap, in case someone has not read. Well, I don't know why they would need this recap, but I have one anyway. Yeah, they've forgotten. Amen. So, we meet Asa and the War Devil takes over her body. Asa makes friends with Yuko. Yeah, Asa, the correct pronunciation. Actually, I don't know if that's correct, but I can't see how you could possibly pronounce it any other way, but you're saying Isa somehow, but anyway. Yeah, Asa makes friends with Yuko. Denji returns to the story, saving a cat from falling off a building. Then Yoshida and Denji spend some time together. Denji and Asa are introduced to each other by Yoshida. Yuko goes to the school to kill Asa's bullies. Then Asa beats her, and then Yuko gets really big, and Chainsaw Man beats her. Then someone with a chainsaw silhouette kills Yuko. And crazy indeed. And then Asa and Denji go on a date to an aquarium, and the Eternity Devil shows up. Then Asa turns the aquarium into a spear and tries to turn Denji into a spinal cord sword, but she can't do it. And then Asa and Denji go on a second date to his apartment, and that's where it ends. So, overall thoughts?
Well, it ends with her dying. She's dead. My goodness.
Is she? Interesting.
But yes, it is interesting because the way because Ari sends me the structure of how we're going to do these videos beforehand. A little peek behind the curtain for your audience. And you said like the Yuko arc and stuff. It is interesting that I don't know if, like, it's hard to separate what we've seen so far into arcs.
Yeah,
like, I don't know if I consider the Yuko arc to be an arc. The journey is definitely a lot less defined than Chainsaw Man Part 1 was, when there are sort of clear, distinct arcs, and big moments, but yeah.
Well, right at the beginning. So the first, like, arc that we had in the Part 1 was what? How many chapters was that? It wasn't that many, right? Like 13, by chapter 13, we were already going to the Eternity Devil.
Yeah, the Eternity Devil stuff is like the end of the first bit, but there is like the power stuff, I guess.
Yeah, true, yeah. Alright.
But yeah, you group that all together, but yeah.
So what do you think about Chainsaw Man Part 2, Kyle?
I was going to come in here and not be negative, but be a little less positive, I guess. And then I was scrolling because we had to find our 5 favorite panels as we've been doing throughout these Chainsaw Man meme reviews that we're doing. And I scrolled back through it and I was like, oh, it actually is better than I thought. It's interesting. It feels like there's less singular great ideas than there were in Chainsaw Man Part 1. And I think it's a little slower. And I was actually thinking about this. I guess I'll say this point briefly because it won't take too long before EliteAri even start talking. But I was wondering if, because something I really like about Chainsaw Man is how fast and quick paced it is. Unlike some motion cartoons I know. And now perhaps I'm thinking that maybe that was just because you hear this a lot. Oh, this seems to be the conjecture. I don't know if this is true, that like because so many Shonen Jump series get like cancelled and stuff, Like, you see a lot of authors shoehorn all their best stuff into the beginning. That's sort of the stereotype. If this is actually true, I don't know. So part of me now wonders if Chainsaw Man was so quick at the beginning because it's like, oh, I got to get readers' attention so people like this so I don't get cancelled really quick. And now that he basically has free reign, he's created Chainsaw Man, which is ginormous, big success, and he's moved over to the fucking, I was going to say mobile app, the online thingy, whatever, Shonen Jump Plus, and he's sort of a king over here, and he can kind of do whatever he wants if perhaps he wants to take things slower. It also could just be a change in who he was 3 years ago or 4 years ago when Chainsaw Man started, maybe even 5 years ago, to now. But yes, those are just sort of things I was thinking about. But it does feel slower, I think. I think it is still as funny, but yeah.
I would say about the slowness thing, I think I disagree, where to me it feels like, I mean, maybe I agree, but it's not the slowness. It's every time I read a new chapter, it feels like a lot happens in every chapter. Like, I'm excited to read a new chapter. And I don't know if that means it's not slow or it's like something other thing, but that's what I got. I think for me, the slowness is not like slowness, but it's more like there's no grand stories that are going on yet, at least.
Yeah.
Like there's no gun devil, big mystery or anything. Like you're not building towards something. It seems like it's very aimless in a good way. Which kind of makes it feel slow, I think, but in a good way that I like. But yeah.
Yeah, because every chapter, like I think I read like the whole thing in like nearly 2 sittings of part 2. So I was very excited to read it every time. So maybe because you say a lot happens. Maybe it isn't that it's slow, but that not a lot happens. It might be what I think.
Interesting.
But a lot does happen, I guess. I don't know.
I think to me, it's like
just a lot of less big moments.
Ahead.
Yeah.
I think it's every time I go to a new chapter, it feels like there's a big change from the last chapter. That's how I would describe it, I guess. Like this latest chapter, for instance, it feels like its own self-contained thing that's very distinct from what happened last time, for instance, which I like. But anyway, let's move on. What else? What other overall thoughts?
Do
you think it's slow and terrible?
Do you got anything?
All right, I would say Chainsaw Man Part 2, let me think. I like it.
Do we want to get into characters now, or are we?
No, I'd say I like it a lot. And it's very different from Part 1. Because what happened was last time I talked about how I'm scared this is going to be an Arcane situation where I love the end of Part 1 so much that I will like hate whatever's happening here. And I definitely didn't. Like, I think this is definitely comparable to the quality of those last 2 arcs. So I enjoy it quite a lot, definitely. That's my overall thoughts for this. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I would say that it's probably, I don't know, worse is such a harsh word. I would say it's probably worse than all of Part 1 to me, even the beginning.
Oh my god. Okay, I definitely disagree with that.
But yeah, I don't know.
All right. Well,
let's get into
meeting Asa. That's our first thing.
Yes.
Oh no, wait, no, the favorite panels. We have to go over our favorite panels here.
Oh, okay, yes.
All right.
Who's going first? You, because you're up the top.
Me, all right. First one. I really like the right side of this panel, which is just when you first see Asa go outside, and then you see like these birds flying and these like weird structural building behind her, and the pose is like a low down angle, and she's like holding what looks like an ice cream. It's probably like a sandwich or something.
Looks little, but yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. I love it. What a cool panel.
The birds, now the bird motif is everywhere, and obviously it's like, oh, Makima's here, she's going to kill us all.
Wait, really? I didn't notice that at all, actually. Wait, in Part 2?
Well, remember, she uses birds and stuff, but yeah, that's what I thought about every time with the birds. But maybe it's the new Control Devil.
Maybe.
Yeah. The posing is very cool. And especially the city looks so big behind her, and then there's also exposition there about how the city is corrupt and a lot of the buildings are empty and stuff.
Yeah.
Which I assume is going to come back at some point. But yeah,
maybe.
Cool panel/page. Did you have anything else to say about it?
No, okay. I love it. It's great.
What is my first one? Oh, it's the lovable Asa telling everybody to die. I love telling people to die. Sure. She's telling people to die here. It's great. Don't walk. She's so autistic. It's funny. Don't walk side by side. People can't get past you. What's the next one? It's small on my screen. Quit hanging out in the bathroom. You're in the way. And then just the happy couple. No comment. Just drop dead. It was great.
Yep.
I hate happiness, EliteAri, and I love
No, you know what?
Isa,
I agree.
She hates happiness.
I love how I just love her internal monologue, especially in that first chapter. It's so great.
At the very beginning, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Great stuff. All right. Ari's second one.
My second one is the two vertical or two horizontal splits of this weird, like, I don't know what it is, but the Bat Devil equivalent. Just going through and destroying them. And it's great. And you see them before and then you see them after. I'm like, wow, this is cool. And he does it a few times for other things as well, but I thought this was the best use of it.
Now, does he do this in part 1? Because I know he does this so much in those in-between one-shots that he did.
I'm not sure. I don't remember anything like this, but maybe nothing this grand, but maybe in a smaller scale.
Because that's another general thing people talk about, how like part 2 is more like the one-shots than like part 1 of Chainsaw Man, which I don't think is entirely true. But there is a lot of stuff like that, and there's a lot of like repeating panels things, which is something he did sometimes in Chainsaw Man. But like the awkward silence Yuko chapter when they're sitting in her front yard or whatever, had a lot of that, and it's cool. I like it a lot. Still very good at paneling and all that. My second one is just like that. God, if only I thought to bring it up. But it was Denji answering all the questions, very obviously answering as Chainsaw Man. But he's great. If you ask me, Chainsaw Man hasn't eaten the cat because some old lady was like, he definitely ate that fucking cat. That was a great part. At my school, everybody loves Chainsaw Man. He's great. I love that Denji's wearing Chainsaw Man shirts all the time.
True.
The chainsaws are gore-tastic, but that's what's so cool about him. He's basically responding to everybody for it. Not that I know the dude, but he's incredibly seriously great guy. And just by the way, just in case, his number is 3-4, and then he gets cut off. I just want to see my boy Denji on a date with one of his fangirls, and it's never gonna happen, Ari.
Yep, I love Denji in part 2, Kyle. I think Denji is his best here. Like he's so funny. That's what I would say. Love it.
I would say he's like equally as funny. I don't know.
All right. As a personal experience of me reading it, I laughed so many times reading part 2 versus part 1. Like for
Power's not around for him to play off of.
I know.
He sucks in part 2.
Yeah, but when Power's there, it's more relatable than funny. You know, now it's just Denji alone. Now it's just funny.
No. Are we going to number 3, EliteAri?
Number 3 for me, which is the two girls sitting apart. It's so great. And then you got Asa like manspreading, and then Yuko just sitting there, uncomfortable. It's so great. I love him.
It's great. Yes, I like it. There are a lot of Yuko shots, like the one of them running, passing like the thingy. There's like that whole page shot. That's another great one. But yes, we don't have any crossovers yet. Number 3 for me is Denji and Yoshida's date is great, where Denji's like, because once my secret's out, the ladies will be. I just want to see him have lots of sex, EliteAri. True. That's all I want. There's a through line.
Yoshida can't argue with that.
Yes, and he's trying to figure it out, and he can't. And then this is the second last page of the chapter, and then the last one is just them sitting there and him trying to think of. It's great. Yoshida is a sick, murderous piece of shit, and he is Makima in part 2.
Oh my god.
But he's funny sometimes.
True.
All right.
Very relatable.
EliteAri number 4.
Yep, number 4, which is Asa sitting in the infinite aquarium, just sad because she like destroyed the phone and she's a failure, and everyone's looking down on her. Yep, so great. Love the art. Love the infinite thing. Love how sad she is. It's great.
Yeah, what a crybaby she was there, in a good way. Number 4. Kyle Entertainment. Oh, it's the cool spear post shot where she throws the aquarium spear at the Eternity Devil, and like all the fish and shit come out, and there's like a shark, and it's fucking cool. And I'm like, Beam! I remember Beam.
I
think that's the same chapter where, because that's what I thought of. I was like, man, I love Beam. But I think that's the same chapter that Denji lightly mentions Power when he's like, oh, you remind me of an old friend after Isa does a Power-like thing. I'm like, man, remember part 1? I'm crying, guys. They're all dead. But yeah, it was sick. And they're really cool. And there's another one like this in the first chapter where Yuko blows up the with the grenade thing and doesn't look at the explosion. And she's doing a cool pose. That was another one I considered, but I went with the shark one because it's cooler.
Yep. And that's the Eternity Devil, right?
Yep.
Pretty cool.
It's got like hands and stuff. All right, EliteAri number 5.
Yep. Which is Asa calling Denji a loser. It's just so great. Look at her. I wish she would call me a loser, you know? I wish I was Denji there, my god. Look at her. Look at that face. Look at her yelling.
Yeah, she has great faces a lot of the time. we had no crossover ones, EliteAri. Can you believe
Really?
it?
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't remember what my last one is, but it's not that. It's just Nayuta coming in and saying thief after Yuko kisses Denji and killing her. It's the very last panel we see in this. It's
Indeed.
Great. She's so cute.
Just like Makima.
I want a daughter, EliteAri.
Right.
We've talked about this before, though. But that's our 5 panels. It's great.
All right. So meeting Asa. Let's go into it then. So we start part 2.
She's so cynical and mean, and that's very what's that word you use, EliteAri? Relatable.
Yes,
I hate the world
indeed.
too.
She is the most relatable character in Chainsaw Man, without a doubt.
It is. He does it so well. He pinpoints it so well, because Denji was just like this in relatability, like immediately for me, but in an entirely different way. It hits on some sort of emotional resonation with pinpoint accuracy in a first chapter, and he did it again. It was crazy.
Yep, I agree. There's just so many like small details to it. Like even like that panel you showed, which was like the internal monologue. Like what else is it? There's the small detail they mentioned where she's like a rule follower, like where she doesn't cross the traffic light. Like really small things like that where it just sprinkled throughout. I'm like, oh, she's so great. So yeah, great.
There's so much like. Wait, go ahead.
I was going to pivot to the next thing, which is unless you have anything to say.
A big thing about her character, especially later, even with like the Denji relationship stuff, is it's so obvious that she's like coping, but it's so cute. It's like the real reason, like it's clear, and like she sees the happy couple and she said she should drop dead. She just wants to be cuddled. And like later when she's like, I don't even like Denji anyway, or whatever, she's like smashing her pillow, not literally, but like with her fist. Not like that.
Literally,
but like punching it. Or it's like so obvious that she's lying to herself and throwing a temper tantrum. But that's very endearing. I like Asuka from Evangelion. Yeah, it's crazy. It's great.
Well, she's our main character, Kyle, which I did not expect. She's basically, she is undoubtedly the protagonist. She's the one we follow. She's the one we get the internal monologue of most of the time.
I mean, at the beginning, she is.
No, throughout, I think. Like we see her the most.
Between.
There is no way.
So far.
Maybe eventually.
By the end of part 2, do you think she'll still have the most screen time?
Yes, absolutely. I think she is. Do you actually think she's dead after this?
At the end, but
do you think she's dead after this final panel here?
Oh, of course not.
All right, just checking. You never know.
Because let's just talk about it now.
All right.
Doing the protagonist switch thing obviously is clever, and it's like we saw an Attack on Titan, and they didn't go all the way with it. We cut back to fucking Eren as our main character. Not really Eren. But Armin and the gang is our main characters 10 chapters later. What a hack fraud this fucking Isayama is. We should have never seen him. Levi should have been the main antagonist. Imagine Levi coming at you as a bad guy. Crazy. All we got is Gabby with a fucking gun. She'd shoot him in the head real quick. Dumb fucking Levi.
I agree.
What was I saying? Oh, is Yukimura actually... Not Yukimura, that fucking
Fujimoto.
Vinland Saga. Fujimoto... will he actually go all the way and have her be the main protagonist throughout it? There's basically the whole point. Shut up, EliteAri. The whole point is that there's 2 ways this goes. Either we're reintroducing her because Denji is going to be the main character of the thing because it's fucking called Chainsaw Man, right?
Really? Okay.
So either we're doing the thing that me and Minty like clowned on, and so there's no way we're doing this, which is we're introducing a love interest, or we're introducing the main antagonist. And I feel like it's got to be. I actually think now that it's going to be neither.
So you don't think there's a chance she could become Chainsaw Man or become the main character in the story?
Well, if it wasn't called Chainsaw Man, maybe, but
Chainsaw Man is Pochta, right? Like in terms of what is believed to be like this big reputation of what Chainsaw Man is. It's like the devil that can eat other devils.
Chainsaw Man is Denji, obviously. Nobody gives a fuck about Kuchida.
But that's based on the first 97 chapters in this story, right? What if there's 900 chapters in this story? Like
there is a point to be made here. You're not making it very well, so let me. All
right, go ahead. Yeah.
Fujimoto was cool enough to kill Chainsaw Man off in chapter fucking 150 and have it be called Chainsaw Man throughout, and have it be some sort of thematic thing, and that could be interesting. I don't think we're doing that. I don't think Denji will ever die, unless again it's at the very end. Luffy's not going to die unless it's in the last chapter. Lamau.
Do you think it's possible that every part we get a new protagonist and that the old one dies at the end? So then we get like Asa here and then we get another one later? Like, do you think Asa could be the next Denji?
No, I just think like this was to start with her is the only way to really introduce this character. Sure. I think we could get that, what do you call it? That Deuteronomist, whatever the fuck, jewel thingy,
or something,
or it's Two-tagonists, Two-tagonists, whatever the fuck. The thing I tried to claim Rock and everywhere in Black Lagoon, but that was the dumbest point I ever made in my life, and it's pretty fucking obvious Rock is just the main character. Yeah, that stuff. But even later with the Eternity Devil stuff, I still felt like Denji was the main character throughout all that.
Jesus, I certainly didn't. I felt like we were following Asa throughout all that, and Denji was kind of like the side character that was like affecting her decisions and stuff. That's what I saw.
Yeah, because there was a point where we were kind of doing one chapter. Now I think that only happened for like 3 chapters, literally. But I remember because that was when I was still reading as it came out, and I was like, oh, okay, so we're going to be doing this. But we didn't, and now they're on screen most of the time altogether. But because the thingy was like, oh, she's like Denji's perfect love girl, Lamau. And then the other part was like, oh, there's also a declaration at the end of the first chapter that she wants to kill Chainsaw Man or make him spit up fucking nuclear bombs. Crazy. Yeah. So that there's like crazy. A clear, but yeah, especially after chapter 1 had come out, because that was when a lot of this like, oh, what's the point of this type speculation was happening. It was like, oh, because at that point we didn't know if like she was going to be evil or something, and that would be part of the point.
Yeah.
So if she would actually be the antagonist, I don't think her and Denji are going to end up together, and maybe it is just my copium at this point. But I don't think she's going to be the main antagonist. But the obvious thing is that, obviously her and Chainsaw Man are going to become friends, and Yuko will become her friend too, and she'll pacify, and there's not ever going to be this big moment where she takes her body or whatever the fuck. We're doing prediction stuff too early. What are we doing?
It doesn't matter.
But, where was I going with that? Antagonist? I think I'm saying no. I think she will just be, I don't know. If there is a final bad guy, Isa's going to try and beat it, she's going to fail, and then Denji's going to do it because he's the main character. That's how Chainsaw Man Part 2 is going to end. Or maybe she will die. Or maybe they will kiss or something.
So what do you think Part 2 will be called? Like, if Part 1 was the public safety arc, do you think this will be like the high school arc or something? Or what do you think it'll be called?
The War Devil arc.
The War Devil arc, interesting. That's very interesting. I was very confident it would be like high school.
Yeah, that's probably what it would be, because the meme answer is it's going to be the My Hero Academia arc, Lamau. That's what people said for
that would be interesting.
Year and a half interim. Because Denji was going to go be a superhero, which he kind of is, and that's like My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It'll be the high school arc, because he's 17. I graduated from high school when I was 17, so he's got 1 year left at most.
Potentially. We'll talk about that at the end, what times we've got.
Yeah. So he's not going to be in high school for too long. Is kind of the point I'm making here. So
yeah, because for me, I guess
we also don't know how long it's going to be, and
depending on what the actual part is called, will kind of determine the focus of what happens at the end, I guess. So if it's like more school related, then it could be a relationship thing. Whereas if it is like the War Devil or something, then it would end with like a climactic battle or something. Interesting. Which I obviously we don't know what it's going to be called. Yeah, it could just be both. But then it comes down to, I guess we're talking about everything now, but it also comes down to why is why is so many parallels happening? Like, just everything. Like, we have the, like, literally every plot for plot almost, where...
Because you can't tell if it's a meta thing, or if it's just, it's the Fujimoto meme, where it's like, oh, the meta thing is that we're redoing thingies. But obviously, Denji's talking about it too. Him and Yoshida are like, what did you do again last time this Eternity Devil showed up? And he's making a funny joke about how I killed himself to death. But yeah, obviously,
what do you think it is? Do you think it's something more significant? Yeah, the Bat Devil, Eternity Devil.
The Reality Devil is fucking with Denji or something. I don't know. I assume there is. It's not just a meta thing, and there will be like a. But obviously, it's all been set up in the narrative. The Bat Devil got killed. He got killed again, and now he's back. But then he got killed again. Poor Bat Devil. Can't catch a break.
Yeah.
So there is an in-universe explanation for why all these ones are coming back. But there's also, like, in Ice's backstory, the Typhoon Devil or whatever is there. and it's different to the one we see in part 1.
Yeah,
but that was probably before part 1. Yeah, so we got killed. It's just like another repeating thing. Though him and Reese were having a conversation like they had known each other. I guess they could have known each other for only like the last 2 months, but it seemed like the implication.
Who's having what conversation?
Reese and the Typhoon Devil. Come on, Ari.
Oh, okay, already. No, I thought you meant Denji and Reese or something. Okay, yeah.
That fucking dumb bitch Reese hasn't shown up, has she? She's fucking
dead, right?
dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless Nayata has her under control somehow.
Yeah, she's gonna have her kill herself again. We love Nayata here. Yeah, what were we talking about? Oh, the reoccurring shit.
Yes.
It's interesting. It's funny because that's like kind of the biggest mystery, and now we've recently been in. Well, I say recently because it's post where I'd been reading, but obviously the fake Chainsaw Man something that's going on is another big mystery with whoever killed Yuko. Yes, because Euro. Yes. What the fuck is the
Yoru?
Yoru.
Yeah.
All right, get rid of these Y names, right? There's like
true. It did confuse me. Yeah.
I
just think of Yu-Gi-Oh.
You know, Asa means moon, and the other thing means
wait,
night.
Isa or Asa?
I don't. What ASA?
Okay. Just checking. All right.
Yes, but what if it means
I is like love or something.
Night or something.
All right.
Yeah.
I was going to say about this.
I was making a point.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, then I'll give my big point.
Hold on, I'm thinking. The mystery stuff. Oh, there's the fake Chainsaw Man, and then the next chapter there's the dude who's pretending to be Chainsaw Man that's kind of sleazy from the high school thing. And you're like,
he's got an implant.
This prick. I hate him. And then he's like, oh no, it's just fake because I'm a big Chainsaw Man mark. And you're laughing at him. I still hate that guy because he was annoying and pissing me off.
True.
But yeah, he probably isn't the one that was killing it. Is Nayata controlling Denji at night? Is there a Venom Denji running around because we're in high school and that means Spider-Man, not My Hero Academia?
I didn't even think of that.
Is fucking Makima back and she ate the thingy and she is Denji now? She became Chainsaw Man?
Yeah, is it like a Griffith situation? Like Griffith and the moon, whatever?
Or it's just the copycat devil who touched Denji as he walked past him one time and now he can...
I also thought that at one point.
There's something the going devil. On there, but yes. The clone devil.
All right, wait. Before we stray off too far, we're talking about the parallels of the two stories. The one thing I was thinking of, if we've done like the Bat Devil and the Eternity Devil, does that mean next up we're doing the Katana Man stuff, which is like the big like twist or whatever?
Because like, it is kind of in order, but then they threw the Cockroach Devil in. Makes sense. The Cockroach Devil is very strong, by the way. Very intelligent writing.
True. For some people, yeah. I guess a lot of people are afraid of it. Yeah.
To all the kids in the world, the cockroach is the scariest thing in the world. I'm big and strong. If I see a cockroach, I'll punch it out of the air.
Yep.
But yes, are those the only ones? And the Typhoon. Those are the only 3 ones that have repeated.
Yes.
Obviously,
actually, no. There was also the when Asa goes to open the door for Yuko, and then it's like, don't open it. That was like a big direct parallel, but it's kind of out of place because I think it comes out like that's after the Katana Man arc. But
isn't there? Because the Typhoon is kind of out of order, but again, that's a backstory thing. I feel like I remember there was another one that was kind of out of order, but after that, it just becomes like the hybrids, which I assume won't be repeating.
Sure.
I don't know. We'll have to. We'll see how it unfolds, huh?
Yep. All right. Do we go back to the beginning of the meeting Asa section?
Did we have more for that part?
Well, I mean, I want to talk about this amazing chicken devil Kai, which is the first page we see when we open up part 2, and he's just so funny. He's everything he says is like a pun or something.
Yes,
it's just so
great. Going to be executed. Yep. This is going to be excellent. Yep. I'm sure he used those ones,
and then he dies.
I just came up with them independently. Yes, because Isa trips a lot, and we see this in her backstory. She trips in the relay race. She trips carrying her friend's birthday cake or whatever. And then later she trips when she's got a cell phone.
Yep.
The call, like, initially it's pretty good. The callback with the cell phone thing was when I was like, okay, this is a great gag. Now, obviously, this, again, is another kind of connection because it's the Kobeni meme. Just again. And there's the big theories. I don't know if you saw Miller's post about this, about how Isa is like all the girls from part 1 and 1 because she trips over like Kobeni. She is somehow, she's like goofy like Power. and she's like Makima somehow, and she's like Race somehow. There are examples, so that's another.
I like that. It's cool.
Through line. No, that sucks, and I'm going to ignore it because Isa's cool, and Kobeni, I already forgot about that bitch. She never tripped over once.
Oh my god, Kobeni's definitely coming back, right, into this story.
Oh, her dumb fucking brother's already in it, everybody wants to tell me. The fucking kid from the Aquarium one.
I thought that was her sister, but it makes sense, because I talked to a friend about that, and he's like, yeah, they're wearing a boy's uniform, and I was like, oh, I guess that makes sense.
I
guess
it is a fucking boy. Yeah, but yeah, because he's like awkward or whatever, and she mentioned that she had a bunch of them. Though most, because she was doing it for her older brother, which was kind of funnier than doing it for a younger brother. But she has a younger brother too. And it's funny that you'd think they are all like living happy lives because she's sacrificing so much, but it seems like they're all miserable. Terrible parents, Lamau. We're going to kill the parents' devil. Now that's a strong devil.
Or even just the the parents' devil would be, yeah, true.
But I think the mother devil has like a spoon that she hits you with, EliteAri.
Maybe. I'm trying to think what else is like stereotypical fear of mothers. Maybe loving you too much or something, you know. Fear of separation.
Maybe the grandma one kisses you and it kills you because the lipstick is lava.
Yeah, I'm so relatable.
Off the spot, you know. I'm just clever like that.
All right. Well,
Bucky dies and the teacher's fucking the student, EliteAri.
Yep, and spine out. But about the teacher having sex with the student, I think the reveal, the way it's done, is just so great. Where it's not like I don't know what it is about it, but the fact that it's revealed first that the teacher wants Asa, and then it's revealed that the teacher is already having sex. Because he could have easily been the other way around, or being like, oh, he wants to have sex with you or something, or just drop it like a bomb. But it's just like the build up of like. I don't know, it's not really much of a build-up because it's like one sentence, but it's just so, it shocked me and I loved it. Great line. Yeah. Yes. Then we meet the War Devil. And there's a lot to talk about with the War Devil.
Little owl thingy. What the fuck?
It is, with Makima eyes. Creepy. Why is it an owl? What's going on with the owl?
I got no idea. Why was that frog around with the Darkness Devil? The frog in the well, we figured it out, Ari.
Yeah.
But also it's on the green go sign with the thingy because she follows the rules and didn't want to cross the road or something.
Yep.
But yes.
Well, I got a few notes on the War Devil.
All right, go ahead.
Number 1, she can turn what she believes to be hers into weapons, and the guiltier you feel, the stronger the weapon will be. Interesting. Yes. A very, very unique power. Very cool power. Very strong power, as we see, turning an aquarium into a weapon. Crazy. Yep.
It's similar to Makima's power, where it was like, oh, she can control anything she views to be less than her or whatever. And obviously, they're both 4 horsemen powers or whatever.
Yeah, so you said
how famine teleports people,
but conquest and death, right?
Did we? Because war and oh no, those are different things. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think last time you said that control would be conquest, like the same thing, and I guess that makes sense. Because they're all sisters, Kyle. It's crazy, isn't it?
Wait, what's the one I'm forgetting? Oh, yes, because it's girls instead of horsemen. That was clever. Yeah. What's the one we're missing?
Death.
Oh, yeah. That one's going to be weak. Nobody's afraid of death.
I feel like that. Yeah, true. I mean, it is weird how that one is more absurdly... It should be so much stronger than the others, right? But
well, no, this is a funny reference, and I didn't even realize I was doing it because I was rewatching my old chapter reviews. But in I think the first or the second chapter, because I think the first one got copyright stricken and it's gone. Actually, I still have it on my computer. Never mind. Me and Miller got in an argument where I was like, "Nobody's afraid of death. That one's going to be weak." And I said it unironically, and me and Miller got into an argument about it. And then we got nobody's scared of dying. Well, everybody's scared of dying, but not death. Like getting stabbed or something hurts, but death. Who's scared of that?
Alright, who's scared of darkness then? Just scared of what's in the darkness, right?
Yeah,
but you're not just scared of darkness. If you turn the light off in your room, it's not scary. It's scary if it's like something to do with darkness in the outside, right? Like if you're in danger or something. That's not the darkness itself. Therefore, dying, scary. Therefore, death,
it's part of
also
death.
Scary.
Is that what you're saying?
True. Yeah, let's go with that.
Wouldn't it just be knife? Nah, nobody's scared of death.
Alright, well, we'll see. We'll see. But what else is there?
I wonder if it will be the strongest one. That's why we haven't met it yet.
I would have assumed death would be one of the primal fears, like with darkness, but I guess not.
Oh, I think that's like a thing, so.
Yeah, I guess. Unless it's subverted and like in their universe, death isn't one of the 4 horsemen. and it's like life or something.
Control was conquest, or conquest was control. So maybe it'll be the life devil, because that's really scary.
Maybe it'll be the dying devil. Wouldn't that be a twist? Oh boy. All right. So the War Devil remembers nuclear weapons. Crazy.
It does, just like Makima remembered some things.
So I guess that's implying that all of the horsemen have some special memory or something. Or maybe they have a shared collective consciousness or something.
Or they're just so strong and stuff that they get to remember things.
True, true.
All of Euro's... What's her fucking name again?
Yuko? Oh, now you've confused me. I think it's Yuko.
No, Yuko's the other one.
Yoru. Is he talking about the War Devil?
Yoru.
Yeah.
All of her poses, she's so... And I remember pointing this out. Everything she does is so angular. Like, all of her arms are always angular when her poses and stuff. And she looks so cool. Especially on the last page of the first chapter, where she's just fucking sitting there in the guts being like, I'll make you vomit.
So who do you like more out of Yoru and Asa?
Asa. But they're kind of the same person. That's kind of part of the point.
True. Well, I guess
the best Euro stuff is when she's like the first time they kind of fight Chainsaw Man, and she comes home and she's throwing a tantrum into the pillow. That's the best Euro moment. But that's just an Asa moment. But it's funny because
I think the big difference between them is the fact that Yoru is much more pathetic, right? Like, she's much more I don't know, like they point out how she's dumb and she's like, I'm not dumb or whatever. She's very childish and stuff. Whereas Asa is a lot more like depressed and somewhat adult-like. Like, there's a big difference between them.
Because in the Euro scenes, Asa sort of is forced to play the straight man. Which is interesting, because Asa can obviously be very, very childish too with the... Well, I didn't like Denji anyway, and the drop dead shit.
Yes,
so,
true. All right. But
sometimes Euro even plays straight man to that, and she's like, you would just... She'll like answer her directly, be like, but you were just saying how much you liked him. And it'll be like, oh, yeah, cool.
They're like twins. It's great. Two internal twins sharing half a brain each. It's great. Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, and I guess through all this, meeting Asa, her goal is to turn Chainsaw Man. Well, I guess to defeat Chainsaw Man, right? Because Yoru wants to get her strength back because Chainsaw Man ate part of the War Devil and War got weakened or something. Makes sense.
There hasn't been a war in a long time or whatever.
Yep.
Nobody's scared of war anymore. They don't even think about it. But yeah.
Yep.
Sick.
All right. The Yuko Arc and Yoshida. So this was the bulk of, I guess, part 2.
Yeah. Yoshida shows up. There's a cute thing where it's like the boyfriend stuff, and then Yuko's always taken over her body. I guess that was part of the thing that I didn't like as much, was this like Yuko drama stuff and some... Not Yuko. Yoru drama stuff where the it's sort of it's an old kind of it's like, I don't know, you've seen it a million times, but that's not why it's bad, of like characters put in an awkward situation out of a control, and sort of the awkwardness and the unexplained is sort of... I hate shit that's unexplained at EliteAri is what I'm trying to say. So I don't like that now Asa has to explain to Denji that she didn't kiss him but Euro did, and I wish... Like, I feel like it takes away from the moment, potentially, of them kissing. And I
what
feel
about
that kind of...
What about in the case of Yoshida? Like with the boyfriend thing?
Well, I was about to transition.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I kind of felt the same about that. It is a cool way to sort of... Because Isa was never going to say that. I don't know. I guess I just hate the unexplained, the awkward that goes unexplained stuff. Because I feel like it can sort of spoil potential big moments by having it... I don't know how... I got to think this through more. But,
well, I will say
something
it
about
doesn't
this
bother
that
me.
I think is cucking the, some good moments, some potential good moments eventually.
So what are you saying, like, there'll be some miscommunication that'll cause, like, that'll mean...
Oh my god, I'm Jockey Bacon. I'm complaining about miscommunication. I think that is what I'm doing.
All right, that's fair enough. A lot of people
don't
like
dislike it as a plot point. That could be interesting and fun. I guess I hate the dramatic irony part of it, that we know about it.
But don't you think it's funny, like, with how Yoshida introduces Denji to her, because from his perspective, she's a girl who wants a girlfriend, and it's just never addressed or anything, but that's why he does
cute.
it. Yeah.
But yeah.
It's like you're seeing two stories from two different perspectives, and you just don't think about one of them.
The much bigger thing. But that is a moment where that is the exact opposite of what I was just saying, because that is a moment that we see completely from Denji's perspective.
Sure. Yeah.
At least as it's happening, because we see Asa afterwards looking and not being happy about it. But yeah.
Yep.
I guess I don't like how that affects Asa and Denji's relationship.
Sure, you'd prefer all of the progress to be on Asa's part, right?
Maybe.
Like, yeah.
I guess the other thing is, like, I don't like that she doesn't know that he's Chainsaw Man yet. I think I'm just grumpy that the reveals haven't happened yet, where I want their reactions to the actual thing. That was another thing I didn't like, that she didn't believe him when he set him on the roof, and I was like, oh no, that's the coolest moment ever, and how is she gonna react to this? And
but Kyle, we got the best panel from that.
She just doesn't believe him.
She's called him a loser.
But yeah,
it was great.
Loser shit, whatever. Get out.
Oh my god. All right.
Do a big reaction face and be like, Denji's so cool, I love him now. Because he's Chainsaw Man. Why don't the girls love Denji? They do, just not this one.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was saying. Moving on.
You were just saying how much you hate Yoru and the split personality.
Yes.
I understand.
Yoshida shows up. Is this where we should talk about how he's a sick fuck?
Let's talk about Yoshida. So they eat, Yoshida and Denji, they eat food together. Yoshida's been transferred to their school. So what's going on with him?
Don't buy into it, EliteAri. He is the bad guy.
What do you mean?
He is the Death Devil.
Okay, wait, before you give your theories, let me get some evidence here, right? So he says, I belong to an organization that's tasked me with keeping an eye on you. Our goal is simply to ensure that you live a peaceful life. So that's one piece of evidence. You think he's lying in that situation? Really?
I just Kisha-baited him. Makima just gave a spiel and I said liar. Did you see that? That was a great reference, EliteAri.
That's a fantastic reference,
yeah. No, alright, this is actually something we learned in part 1 that in the rewatch, where after he mercilessly killed one of those assassins dude, and the other brother that he didn't think was an assassin was laying there whimpering. Yep. He does the Makima smile. And I was like, oh my god, he's evil.
It is framed as him.
I think he's unsettlingly evil. And I feel because he's being cute now. Because I had completely forgotten about that. And when part 2 started and going into part 2, I was just like, as everybody is, we're like, oh, he's so cool. Look at how pretty he is. He's got an octopus power. He fought Quan Chi that one time. Had a cool talk with Kishibe afterwards. He's the coolest boy to ever cool. And then when he showed back up and Ice was there, I'm like, oh my god, they're going to fall in love. This is the greatest. But now I know that he's an evil bastard. I said something to Miller about him being the death dude. And we somehow reasoned that it was absolutely true, but I've completely forgotten it.
So you think he's the Death Devil of the Four
No, because I don't remember why. But we did think it for a second. Or he was something.
He's the older brother to these 3 siblings.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a sister. But he's... There was something, right after something happened, he said something, and it was like, oh, he's clearly the bad guy.
Well, he did mention, oh, Denji, would you Chainsaw Man eat the Death Devil or something? He did mention that at one point, at the aquarium. Maybe.
And this also tied into somehow the evil Chainsaw Man killing Yuko thing.
Sure, yeah, I have, okay. Do you want me to give my theory? Because I don't think he's evil. I don't think his intentions really matter, I guess, in my theory.
Yeah, just quickly, I assume he's working with Kishibe, but that's just because he's another character, and I assume... But then he would just say, I'm working with public safety now, because I think public safety still exists and Kishibe is just running it, but we also have no updates or any of this stuff. Sure, so go ahead.
Yeah. All right, so...
When's Kishibe showing up? God damn it.
Maybe he already has, Kyle. We just haven't noticed it.
Uh-oh.
So, he said that he belongs to this organization keeping an eye on Denji, right? And his goal is to make sure that he doesn't reveal his identity, right? Well, I guess he has 2 goals. One is make sure he doesn't reveal his identity, so that he can live a peaceful life. That's basically what he says. And I if you assume that's true, which I did, but I guess you're right that I probably shouldn't. But that makes it sound like either he knows of the contract that Denji has with Pochita, where as long as Denji lives a normal life, then he will have Pochita's heart, right? So his goal is to make sure that Denji keeps Pochita in him. I don't know why he would want that.
I forgot about all that stuff now.
Yeah, well, if you take a literal reason, then that would be why he's doing it. But I don't know why he would do that. I don't know what his goal is to have Pochita in Denji, no idea.
Because he knows the evil stuff is coming and they need Denji or something. To be revealed at a later date, dramatically.
Potentially, yeah. Or they could be, no, that's a good point. To keep Chainsaw somewhere where they're familiar, you know? Like, somewhere easily accessible. Yeah, so, I would assume that Yoshida...
Hold on, I just thought of something. Kishibe did say he was going to be really busy when he dropped Nayuta, or whatever her name is, off with Denji. And he's busy because he's preparing for the evil dudes to show up. And they already have, because that's evil Chainsaw Man. I don't know. I'm spitballing here.
So you think they're fighting against those evil people?
Oh no, I just realized the parallel of Denji is now going to be... He's going to have a Euro where somebody's doing something. There's going to be more misunderstandings. Because there's going to be evil Chainsaw Man out killing people.
Oh, that would be interesting.
He's going to be confronted with it. This is the Spider-Man thing. That happens in Spider-Man, right? Because Eddie Brock is pretending to be Spider-Man always at the beginning of the Venom story arcs. And J. Jonah Jameson is like, see, this fucking Spider-Man killed this bloke. He's evil. That's what's happening. Really.
All right. What I think is going on
to do with what we're talking about.
I think it's the complete opposite, where I think the people that Yoshida works for want to use Chainsaw Man's reputation. So they want to make sure that no one knows who Chainsaw Man is, so that they can place this like clone devil or whatever that's pretending to be Chainsaw Man, so that they can use his reputation somehow. Like, maybe they're trying to build him up as, like, some important thing so that they can take his position and, like, get access to something, maybe. Like, I think that's what if that organization exists, I think that's probably what it would exist for.
Now, another big meme is that we don't know Kobeni's devil. What if she's the copycat devil?
Do we really not?
She's tied into this.
I guess
this is like a big meme where it's like, she says at the dinner that her devil is a secret and we never learn what it is. Fucking Miller, shut the fuck up about this dumb fucking 13-year-old that he's in love with.
She would be like 21 or something at this point, right? I think.
Isn't she 23 in part 1?
Oh, was she? I don't remember. I thought she was 19 or something. I guess that would make more sense.
The comedy there was that she's not actually a little girl, and
sure,
I
understand.
Miller a pedophile.
Of course.
But she looks like a little girl, you fucking pedophiles.
Well, she has a hair clip, Kyle. It's so great.
Yeah.
What a character design. And then Asa has that same clip on at one point. It's great. And Power does as well in like chapter 70 something. Anyway.
Don't bring Power into this, right?
Alright, sorry. Now, unrelated basically, but related to this whole I don't know, my theory about Yoshida using reputation and all that. Have you seen The Incredibles? The Pixar movie?
Yeah.
So if like everyone is super, then no one is. Do you think we'll do something to do with that, where it's like if everyone is Chainsaw Man, then no one is Chainsaw Man? Do you think we'll tackle something like that at one point? Or if no one knows who Chainsaw Man is, you know?
Denji has to give up being Spider-Man and put the suit in the trash can. So maybe this ties into what you were just saying. He doesn't need to be Chainsaw Man anymore because there's this wacky
like someone else takes over. Yeah. That reminds me of a story. Live a normal life. I don't know what story though. Anyway, I can't think of it. Okay, more Yoshida evidence though. He says, do high schoolers these days have cell phones? As though he is not a high schooler, and though he is older than he looks or something, you know? Or is a devil or something. Crazy. But the most likely thing is that he's a time-traveling Kishibe. Did you know that? Did that ever cross your mind? No. Because, I don't know, to me, he kind of looks like him, and he's really strong. Obviously, he fought Quan Chi to, like, a stalemate, which was really impressive. And he... I don't know, I guess that's really it. The fact that he looks like him and he fought really well and he's like the strongest person we've ever seen. And he made this reference about like, oh, do high schools have phones these days? So he's a time-traveling Kishibe, somehow. And I'm actually going with that. That's my leading theory right now. I don't know where he would... Maybe it's from a parallel universe or something. I don't know. I have no idea.
Maybe.
It's happening. I'm telling you. It's going to happen. But he does have, like, the one distinguishing characteristic of him is that he has that one mole on, like, his mouth. So if you ever see any other character with a mole on their mouth, then you know it's somehow some shenanigans happening, all right? Anyway, keep out for that.
I'll keep time travel in mind.
It's gonna happen. Evil bastard. He's like the time travel devil or something. He also, after the aquarium thing, and they're all out of the aquarium, he looks at Famine, and Famine looks at him, and they're like evil stare off or something. It's like, oh, they know each other.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
something's going on there.
This probably factored into our fucking evil talk. Oh, can we talk about Famine? No, we should probably wait.
Sure.
She's so cool, Ari. Look at her.
Indeed, she has Chainsaw Man earrings. How cool. All right, let's move on from Yoshida here.
She just pops Euro out of the fucking thing. Yoro, and she's out of the scene. Crazy. Euro, Yoro, Yiro, whatever
Yuko,
the fuck her name is.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Crazy. All right. Well, devils get bullied too, Kyle. Did you ever see that one get pointed out by Yoru, I think? She's like, bullying is like a thing. Both humans do it and devils do it. I'm like, oh, wow.
Oh, no, Euro did say that.
Yep.
Yes, I do remember that.
All right, that's what I wanted to say.
Little, like, dumb, like, yeah, devils kind of are people too memes. There was a bunch of those in part 1, but yes, this was another one.
Yep. Oh, this was another thing which was interesting in this Yuko arc, which is that I even have a chapter here in this quote, chapter 101, Yuko says to Asa, we're kind of like main manga character, manga main characters, don't you think? Reference. But Kyle, this is the best one ever. Because they're not the main character, or at least at this point when we're reading. We're thinking in our head, where's Denji? Denji, he's the main character. What's going on here? And this line just made me think of, like, what's going to happen to these people? Because they're not the main character, and they're starting to think they are. Like, it's a really cool, like, it immediately to me, it's like, it's a looming thing where it's like something terrible is going to happen here. Well, now that they brought this up, and they do end up, I guess Yuko ends up having a lot of trouble.
Oh, yeah, I guess. It's kind of a death flag, I guess, but yeah.
Yeah,
I remember that was the original quote that started the big conversation about the meta stuff when we did the chapter review, and me and Minty had a big conversation about whether or not Fujimoto is a moron who doesn't get it, or if he's on layer 3, and we both concluded that he was on layer 3. But that was actually something we didn't think about at all. Is that like, oh, Lamau because Yuko's going to die and she isn't a main character, but that's some layer 1 shit. I don't know.
I don't know what these layers are. They're too confusing.
But the Denji thing is more interesting, of like waiting for him to show up.
Yeah. Because, it just rings to it. It's like they're thinking they're the main character, but we haven't seen our main character yet. Where is he? What's actually going on with him? But yeah, anyway.
Oh, this is also when we get the news reporter dude who's talking about death stats and how, what is it, like
so many people
are killed by devils. That was a great thing. And also it was like kind of an Alex Jones crazy like reference thingy.
J. Jonah
James,
just
like a crazy dude on the street screaming about things, but it's actually true. What? Yeah.
Okay. Asa is a bit of a sociopath, I wrote. And then I wrote, but isn't everyone? Because she said she isn't sorry for killing Bucky. She's sorry that she was seen killing Bucky.
Yeah.
I thought that was really interesting. Because there is a thing like that, which I find pretty relatable. Like, in some cases, I guess. Like, I can't think of an example, but when I see it, I'm like, yeah, I guess there are cases where it's like people expect you to be sorry for doing something, but you're actually only just sorry because they saw you doing it.
You got caught. Yeah. There's like it's like the opposite of integrity, right? Where you do things when people even aren't looking or whatever.
Yeah.
It is interesting because sometimes I have it the opposite way where I'll be at work and I'll fix something on like a shelf or something when it's like, it's just going to get ruined 2 minutes later. And my boss isn't even around to see me do this and pat me on the back for doing it or whatever. And I just do it anyway. Or I'll be quickly walking past something and I'll fix the fucking raspberries on the shelf or some shit.
You just have pride in your work.
Past. It's like, ugh, get rid of this fucking integrity. I want to be more like Isa. But, it is, and it does, that all ties into sort of the Chainsaw Man, not the appeal. That sounded like I was setting up for that. But there was a lot of stuff about Denji's selfishness, which this kind of ties into in the first part, where it didn't seem like the narrative was fully condemning Denji's sort of selfishness. And it didn't seem like it was doing that, because I think it's trying to be like more true to life than, it's trying to be more descriptive than prescriptive, EliteAri. If I can use my loser Destiny language for a second. But yeah, to sort of show how people are more than how people should be, and demonstrate that you've got to actually care for Bucky, not just that you were caught. Even if one might be a little bit more true. But yeah.
I like that descriptive take. A lot of Chainsaw Man does feel like that. Like, it doesn't feel like it has a very, like a final theme where you're like, oh yeah, this is what he wanted me to learn, you know? It's just like experiencing these characters.
Fourth Chainsaw Man video might disagree.
Interesting. But, okay. Well, I mean, the story's not fully over yet, I guess. But
yeah. This also ties into later when she's like, "Oh, maybe I will turn Denji into a weapon," and it's like, it's obviously like a selfish decision again, but she's sort of thinking through it, and because there is like a whole chapter where it's like her thinking through it, right? And it's like she at first doesn't want to do it, or because he's like, she follows him and he's selling like cigarette buds as a cigarette or whatever, and she's like, oh, he is evil, so I will kill him. But it turns out it didn't matter whether or not. Yeah, what a fellow this Denji is.
Yep.
But yeah, selfishness and doing bad things is good, says Chainsaw Man.
Yep, I love it. So relatable. I have a question specifically for you I've written here, which is in Asa's backstory, we get, like, it ends with her showing that she saved the cat, right? And she's, like, looking down at this cat that is the reason her mum is dead, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know, I'm looking at the chapter now, and she says, and someone says, oh, Mai, it's a kitty cat, you managed to save the cat, how wonderful. And immediately in my head, I thought of Drown the Damn Cat from Black Sails. Did that cross your mind at all? I'm just wondering. Do you even know what do you remember the Black Sails thing?
It is an old woman, so I guess that could factor into the connection, but no, I didn't think about that at all.
What a shame. What a shame. Missed opportunity.
Yes.
Alright, so then
gotta remember Max. Crazy.
What a character, what a speech, what a show. There's so many things. I don't even know what's worth bringing up. So Asa, at one point, she gets inspired by Yuko, where she's talking about, even if my actions turn out to be a mistake, if my heart was in the right place, then that's all that matters to me. And she like kind of reframes her whole past, where it's like she was trying to save the cat when her mom died, and I guess
this is another because this is another fucking Chainsaw Man meme, where it's sort of like, that's terrible advice, and you can justify literally anything by thinking it. Hitler thought his heart was in the right place, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But it is sort of advice you were given from a young age, like unthinkingly, where it's like, believe in yourself and chase your dreams no matter what it is and no matter what other people say. And it's like, chasing the dream is killing all those Jews. Probably not a good dream to chase. So probably not a good thing to teach kids. But yeah, it is funny that Chainsaw Man seems to be validating this terrible advice. But is it doing it on a layer 3-way where it's actually saying that it's stupid and that's going to be revealed later?
Well, the good thing is that it's not good for other people, but it makes you happier, is really what it comes down to, right? Like, it'll make us happier to reframe all of our past things. Yeah, it is selfishness, but it's selfishness that leads you to live life, right? Like, to keep on living.
But that's a whole thing with Isa's character, right? Because as she's dying, she's like, oh, I wish I would have lived more selfishly. Because I remember, like, because obviously I was rereading chapter 1 and being like, oh my god, how did I forget this? This ties into all that Denji selfishness stuff. And it's only further, like, fleshed out in those first few chapters. Interesting. What does Chainsaw Man have to say about selfishness? I'm still not sure.
Yep. Well, maybe this will be part 2, the selfishness part or something. It'd be interesting. All right. Did we already talk about this? What is this? Oh, no, we haven't. So what do you think? So obviously we're getting a bunch, like, we're fully embracing the Chainsaw Man as a hero, right? And it all has to do with society. And right now everyone is praising him and all that. What do you think this is leading to?
They're going to turn on him.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Now, when
he's still going to want to be Chainsaw Man even when everybody hates him for it because he's an altruistic, good man. That's probably not how Denji would react, huh? So that'll be an interesting conundrum when he's put in it. Because this isn't Spider-Man, and Denji isn't Peter Parker. Could be fun.
Well, I don't
know where it's going, though.
I think it's a potential... It could, whatever it happens, if I want to predict it, I guess, it could be Fujimoto trying to do a meta commentary on, like, the anti-jerk, I guess, of Chainsaw Man, where, like, right now everyone is saying Chainsaw Man is, like, the greatest thing ever, and everything Fujimoto does is just so great, and he can't do any wrong, and if he kills people in a car but saves the cat, oh, he's amazing, you know? But at one point it's going to swap, and now the anti-jerk is going to become, like, the dominant thing, and maybe it's going to be a commentary on his own work of, like, what's going to happen with Chainsaw Man and what his take on all that is, and maybe that'll be how this ends.
He has become like a deified fucking idiot, this Fujimoto, because I remember when one of those one-shots came out, and every manga artist on Twitter, in a way I've never seen, was talking about how great this dude is and how much they wish they were that good. Yukimura did it. I think Ray Hero, the Black Lagoon dude, did it. And I saw a bunch of other, like, tweets about it.
Izuyama didn't do it.
No,
what a legend.
Because he doesn't like manga, right?
True. Except for Berserk.
Yeah, apparently.
Actually, and Vinland Saga. Wonder if you read Chainsaw Man, probably. You're talking about Fujimoto's genius.
Oh yeah, so he's getting a lot of praise. So maybe this is his way of satirizing that or dealing with that. Is like making putting some of that personal stuff into the Chainsaw Man reaction, because we like that Chainsaw Man is loved because we like that Denji likes it, and seeing him react to it is great.
Yeah.
But it's like bad. Like saving the cat was not the correct moral choice.
Yeah.
Oh, that was another argument me and Minty had about how lay Reddit that moment was. It's not as bad as the theater stuff from part 1.
Oh my god. But, you guys are you're allergic to that layer 1 irony, right? Like, you just want everything to be higher level irony.
We're allergic to the reaction to it, and it makes...
Okay, no, I can understand that. That happens
Minty
with Arcane
loves
and
letting
stuff.
it.
No, I agree.
I don't. I'm like, I should be better than this. I shouldn't be thinking about how everybody on the fucking Reddit, and then afterwards I read it with... Reddit, Lamau. After I read all the comments, and they were exactly sawing out over... It's just... That's such a modern... moralistic thing for like everybody to actually care about the cat more than other people and pat themselves on the back for it and think they're edgy and cool. Oh, I hate it, but it was good in Chainsaw Man. Right? It's not Chainsaw Man's fault. I hate Reddit. I hate Redditors.
It is interesting how the community surrounding something does completely influence how you read it, right?
But that's like it's not even the Chainsaw Man community. It was specifically that the Chainsaw Man subreddit would like it because Redditors would like it because Redditors are sad and pathetic, and they only friends they have are cats.
Yep.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Sharky Bacon. I'm sure you have a dog in your.
Yeah, he's a subreddit moderator. Jesus, what a guy. All right.
That's what moderators do. They monitor. So you're on the.
Yeah, I'm just a genius. I'm a wordsmith. All right. So what happens next? The cat, he saves the cat, and then I guess Yoshida introduces Asa to Denji. So their first meeting is after
Well, we kind of skipped over Denji showing up, which was
I guess he shows up.
When that chapter came out, everybody was like,
I guess to me it's just like,
why does everybody call Denji? Have you seen this? You probably haven't. On the subreddit, everybody calls Denji Dennis.
Dennis? Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it on TikTok and everything.
People.
I think it's in the stage. I think it's funny. I think memes go through cycles where they're funny initially, and then it like gets a bit overdone, and I think it's starting to get into that overdone stage, Kyle. Oh my god, you just hate memes. I think that's what it is, Kyle. You see a moment, you can like, it's a meme, but I don't like it.
What do you think? This is a fucking revelation?
I'm the complete opposite. I love it. I'll go into Chainsaw Folk and all.
That's why I hate the rest of them. What other ones? What other gags did I not like? Everything with Kobeni. Reddit does love Kobeni. I'm just a
true. You definitely are. I think and you hate the Chainsaw Man anime. My god.
Well, that's a completely different story, you see.
Sure. Yeah, that's a failure, right? The DVDs. Yeah.
Oh, I don't give a fuck about that. That will not be mentioned in that video. All right. Fuck.
So yeah, Denji comes back.
Something. Oh yes, everybody was very happy because some people really didn't like Asa, especially at the beginning. I'm pretty sure they've softened on it now.
They're fools. They're all fools.
Yes, of course. That was a true layer 1 Reddit opinion. That's like the farmland stuff is boring. It's like, yeah, some people like probably a lot. Wait,
of people no, Kyle? Isn't layer 1 the one that's right? Isn't that like a layer 2 take?
Well, no. First of all, Minty's 3 layers has nothing to do with right and wrong. Minty. What the fuck is your name? EliteAri. Didn't you watch the video?
But, I did actually. Yeah.
You shouldn't have. But yeah, just like the first surface layer reaction to it.
Sure.
No, layer 3, which is right, is that Denji actually is better than Asa. See, Minty's on layer 2. He hates Denji and likes Asa. But this idiot didn't even read part 1. Never mind. We ain't talking about him anymore.
That's a really interesting perspective. Like, to not read it. Yes, I'd love to do that.
He just did it one time and fell in love with the fucking
the best character ever written.
Imagine that. Of course he did. But anyway.
So Denji shows off. Anything else to add to that one?
Everybody freaked out when Denji showed up. It was so cool. And then he fought a thingy.
Yep. And it is a cool thing where it's like it doesn't get revealed immediately because you have like him smashing that monster. And it's like, oh, what's going on?
Cool.
Yeah.
It's not like we wake up in a different bed and we think it's Isis, but actually Denji's here.
Yep. That would have been cool.
It does suck that we only see Chainsaw Man fighting shit in that. Lame. The next chapter is the real good one with the TV stuff, and they're chanting Chainsaw Man, and he's right there and he's smirking. And it's another one of those copy and paste things where the whole thing is basically the same, except his expression is slightly different. And then he has the Yoshida thing. Yoshida sits on him, bastard.
That's pretty cool. making money out there.
It's another like Denji's bias towards women thing, where I'm not gonna let some dude sit on me, but then he gives him like $100 or something.
Yep.
That's what happened.
Like Kishibe future money.
That old gag is so great. The Denji stuff is so good, especially
it's so good in part 2. It's so funny, like, Kyle.
Where he's like, I've got to get back to being a chair, or I'm gonna have to like give her the money back or whatever in like 10 seconds. Yep. And Yoshida's fucking him around. Fucking idiot, Yoshida. Wait until Chainsaw Man kills you, you evil bastard.
I guess we'll see. But then Kishibe will stop existing or something, right? I don't know. We'll have to see how that goes. But yes, Chainsaw Man returns. He goes. They have that TV stuff. Then Asa meets Denji.
Oh, quickly. Another big, because we kind of talked about this, is like they're just destroying buildings. And it's like, oh, Denji just killed like
Chainsaw Man.
He's
like
the 500 people today.
Fujimoto can do no wrong. Hero,
and we're ignoring it. Yes, it'll be interesting if that comes back. I feel like it has to in the Spider-Man way. But yes, that's something I thought of, because that cockroach fight they were going through, they were doing shit. Yeah. But yes, he meets Asa and they immediately butt heads, which means they're gonna fall in love, and that's not what we want. Right, EliteAri?
Wait, what do you want again? How did you want? Not how will it end, but how do you want it to end?
I don't know. Maybe they can have. It is. Some of the things I don't like. I don't really like the starfish moment.
Really?
So I guess I don't like them together. I think I like Race and him together better. Oh no.
I think I actually might agree. Like, I think they were really well together.
Shut up. That's not what I was saying.
All right, go ahead. Give your true take.
Well, no, that was just me meme shitting on Race and saying, no, it's not actually that's this one is good, but Race was great.
Oh, there's the anti-joke, right?
But no, I don't know. Maybe it's because it's not that I don't like them together. I just don't like that moment. Maybe if I read it again, I would like it. But like the stuff on that date, we're kind of jumping ahead. But like her just autistically reading, like how she did a bunch of reading to prepare for the date and he's bored out of his mind. That's great stuff. So I guess I like the stuff where they're negging each other. But I feel like that's the part in all this anime romance shit that's always the best, when they hate each other.
Sure.
And then it always sucks when they get together because we cut to it off screen or a time skip or something.
Have we ever seen Denji emotionally vulnerable? Well, not vulnerable, I guess, but like empathizing with someone, like truly like connecting with them. Have we ever seen that? I don't think we have.
His power with the Darkness Devil? No, because he wasn't really scared of it.
Like, I don't think he's ever opened up to someone and like listened to their feelings on something, you know? Which would be an interesting thing if he does it with Asa, to understand her a bit better and give her some advice to make her life better.
Yeah, but that's lame. I don't like. I'm seeing that scene in my head and I'm like, cringe, and then they're gonna have a nice moment. No, it should have been they scream at each other and then kiss, and they still hate each other afterwards. Maybe I love hate. Maybe that's a counter joke too, huh? Isn't everything at the end of the day a counter joke, EliteAri?
No, definitely not. Only if there has to be a mainstream established thing, right? So anyway, what I have in my head, Kyle, for how this all ends is we get a 30-year time skip and Denji's like in his 50s or something. And he's there with Asa, and Asa's really old and they're like divorced or something. And there we go, it'd be nice and cute. And Naita will be like 30 years old or something, and she'll be like the sister who's like, I'm looking after this sad, depressed Denji.
The dynamic that she's super jealous of everything Denji, it's just great.
Yep.
Anyway, that's the very end.
All right. So back to the Yuko arc. Yuko makes a deal with the Justice Devil, and
Yuko kind of sucks, right? That's our point here.
Really, you think she sucks? Wait, in what way? She's boring.
She's alright, but like her stuff is the most boring part, right?
You just don't like her character design. That's what's going on, Kyle.
No, I think she's cute, and she's got glasses, and she looks like the stone dude. That was the thing that people were talking about at the time.
I thought she looked like a. I do remember. Yeah, I did. What a guy. I thought she looked like a character from Haikyuu.
He is on that fucking tier list, but yeah.
Oh Jesus! All right, that's gonna be really interesting, actually. Yeah. Anyway.
I liked her. I like her introduction when she's like, when it's like the three of them, and she's like waving and saying hello.
I mean, I think to me, her characterization is that she's a very weird loner person, right? Like she says she doesn't have friends. She does this weird thing with the shoes, and she's like, I don't know, she she's weird is the way I took it. Like the weirdest character in this. Like
it sounds like
socially.
A meme to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think her and Asa are friends because they're both fucking autistic.
Well, what does that mean? I never understand what people mean. I always thought it's like facts or something. Like what do you mean by autistic?
Digibro videos, right? That was a layer 3 statement I just made because it's been said so much because Digibro, now B, would always say that everybody was autistic and the only people that like anime are autistic people and the only people that make anime. She had a whole thing about how everything was autism. And I was saying it 3 years later after everybody stopped listening to them. It was a bringing it back moment, all right? It was a callback, but you were never there for the callback.
No.
But they actually are autistic. And I think it's not like the meme stuff where everything is autism. Like, they've never had any friends. They don't really know how to communicate. They don't really understand social cues or anything like that.
Okay, sure.
They're kind of deeply cynical underneath it all, except they're both cute. I guess autistic people could be cute, but usually they're not.
You know what? I honestly, I don't know what autism is really. To me, it just seems like they're socially very unaware, like very socially
I think that's
ostracized or something.
Is what I mean. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right, we agree. That's good. Good to hear.
Wait, there was a point. What point did we?
Yeah. What were we talking about?
Because it was Yuko.
What you thought about her generally? Why you don't like her?
Oh, I think it's when she becomes a monster stuff. That stuff sucks. Everything before that is good.
But she wants to end bullying, but then at the end she gets forgotten.
That is cute. It's one of those like Denji realizations when he realizes that he likes people who likes him. When she's like, I have to destroy school for bullying to stop. That was a great like funny but not intentional like haha situations, but not haha funny things. We talked about that in Chainsaw Man before, where it's not a joke. But the situation itself is funny. That realization was funny, and she goes to destroy the school. I like that she actually kills a few of the bullies and then a few of the devil people. That was a cool choice.
Yeah. And then they talk about how because we see the 3 like devil people or whatever that get attacked. And then they talk about how one of them dropped out, and I don't remember who it was at this point, but I remember like keeping track of it. And then when they announced it, I was like, oh, it must be this person because we can see these 2 here and they're still here. So one of these people, this was the one who dropped out. I think it was the girl, or something from memory.
Maybe.
What was I going to say? What were we just talking about? I had a thing I wanted to say.
Autism, Yuko, something.
Yuko.
School.
Oh yeah, the school. How it ends in a sad note where the fact she wanted to end bullying and in the end she just gets bullied. Where they're talking about how it's the weak people who get tricked by devils and just making fun of her for trying to make the world a better place. Like,
I didn't really think about that, but yeah, sad. That's like the tragedy of her character, which is what makes it so sad when she dies, achieving nothing. It is. I do like the resolution where they sort of have what do you call it? They return the shoes or whatever, and it's like, oh, it's kind of a
it's so stupid. Why did I figure out
that she was right about to die? Yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
When it should have been. That's like the most obvious death flag. Like they literally the one callback thing they have with the shoes, they paid it off. Obviously, this bitch is about to die.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't see it coming. But yeah. Oh, this is the part when the famine devil is introduced, and she's got cool earrings, and she's looking down.
Wait a minute.
My little sister.
Let's not get too ahead. We still have to talk about the Justice Devil, who has showed up twice already. So Yuko's made a deal with her. She already made a deal with that first girl who was having sex with the teacher, the class president or whatever. Yes. So what is going on with this Justice Devil? Who is it? Apparently, it's someone at their school, is what Yuko says, I think.
Oh yeah, that also is a plot point too, huh?
So what is it? Why is it such a big deal? Who is it? Do you have any candidates?
It's Yoshida, and that's why he's evil.
That is the most likely candidate, right? Because there are no other, I don't think it's him either, but I think it's Kishi back from the future or whatever. But I don't think there's any candidate at the school, right? Like we know all the characters, none of them are really. It's interesting. I wonder if we'll meet them soon. Or maybe we'll meet them.
Because initially I thought it was the Punishment Devil, or I thought the Punishment Devil was the Justice Devil. Now, the Punishment Devil was what Tendo and his sister had. And that's, I think, what ended up... Well, no, we actually figured out last time that it wasn't just the Punishment Devil that killed the Gun Devil, but it was them all together. A lot of them, because the Snake Mouth came out. I remember figuring that out last time. Yep. Was that last time or the time before?
Yeah, last time.
So, yeah. Punishment and justice, are they the same thing? That's a bit of a philosophical conversation. Probably not. What would
Definitely
a justice devil look like? Crazy. Yes, it's an interesting one. I want to see the concept of. Is justice scary? Probably not.
Well,
as much as
if you're bad, right? Like if you think that what you're doing is wrong, then you would be afraid of justice, right? Otherwise, you wouldn't be. There's nothing to be afraid of if you're not doing anything wrong.
Yeah, and its powers are weird because it just turned the first girl into some like crazy limb creature. And Yuko's defining characteristics are
reading minds.
Unknown. Oh yeah, she can read minds. That's right. See, I forgot about this fucking boring Yuko stuff.
True.
Asa gets naked nearly one time. That was crazy.
Amazing, yes. I love the cute little sword, like the weapon, the clothing sword. It's cute.
Then it broke after one use, but it was super strong. That was cool.
Yeah, dangerously strong.
The one like wordless page of Denji noticing that she's nearly naked and looking at everything was great.
Yeah, well, she's like, "Oh, do you recognize me or whatever?"
Yeah,
and he's like, "Oh,
he's the best."
Famine Devil.
Yeah. What did you say?
Famine Devil.
Oh yes, Famine Devil. She's cool. She's
Yoru's older sister. She has a really cool design. I love her design.
Yes. She has the eyes, the crazy Makima eyes. They're really cool
horseman
now.
Eyes, yeah.
I wonder if Naita is their older sister or their younger sister or whatever. Crazy.
Yep.
They probably both know Makima, and we're going to get reference to that, and she's going to get brought up, and I'm going to be like, yeah, remember Makima? She's so cool. Look, we got more close-up on fucking birds.
You know what could happen? Yeah. Maybe they never knew Makima. Like, maybe it's, like, they knew all the control devils surrounding her, but they never knew her or something. Like, before her and after her.
Maybe.
Alright, cool.
I wonder if we will have, there's, a constant... Is there Are all of the control devils connected? I feel like there has to be a moment where Makima's, face or spirit or something shows up. And that's a plot point. I feel like there has to be some sort of, spiritual connection, I guess.
Well, I mean, Denji could dream of her or something, right? Because he's inside her. I mean, inside him.
He pooped her out, Lamau.
Maybe, yeah.
But, maybe, yeah.
Famine Devil, Horseman. War, Famine, Conquest, Death. I guess in the story, we know that the 4 Horsemen were the ones who I guess turned Chainsaw Man into Pochita. Like, they were the ones who started this whole story with Denji.
Well, they don't really, because Makima said that he just disappeared, not that they were beating him. And then,
he reverted into a weakened form, is what they said. Well, that's what Makima said. She could be wrong. Yeah, she said that, then he reverted into a weaker form at one point. I'm pretty confident. Yeah, but then again, every time I disagree with you, you're always right. So whatever
I
don't
think she knew that until after, until she met Denji.
Sure.
Was that he had reverted into
I think I agree with that, yeah. Because I think she said something like the next time I saw him, he was in a weaker form or something.
Yeah. And also, he was beating the fuck out of Euro or whatever the fuck, because he ate part of her.
Yoru, yes.
Yeah, whatever their name is. But yeah. The Famine Devil can teleport people. Crazy. I don't know how that's... It's a famine?
Well, can she? Or can she only teleport Yoru?
Yeah, maybe. Because she's
Yoru's
kind
not
of
physically
spirit
there.
or something? Yeah. Maybe. But yeah.
Alright.
Cool. We don't really have much more information.
Yep. Then the Yuko stuff continues with Denji showing up and stopping Yuko. Because Asa does the big attack and then Denji shows up. Oh wait, no, yeah, the Famine Devil makes her really big. That's right, that's what happens.
Yeah.
And then Denji shows up and attacks him.
Oh, the Famine Devil also brings people back to life, I guess. Or I guess they just
it is
bring
interesting.
her back.
Yeah, it's like she was on the brink of death and maybe... I don't know, that's what I assumed. That she maybe brought her, because they made her big. They made a big point about how she made her big.
She starved to live so she could use it.
Yeah, she ate the death out of her or something.
Well,
she implanted a thirst for life inside of her or something.
There's also moving on. There's also a mention of Isa's dream. Now, obviously, Denji's dream were a big thing, but she's running and there's chickens and dead chickens on the ground or something.
Yep. And the darkness at the end, Kyle. The darkness devil.
He's coming back, baby.
We're getting a reference. He is. He's getting that black sword, the cool sword, whatever that was.
Bro, one time a chapter is going to end on the darkness, and we're going to see the outline of an astronaut's fucking helmet, and we're going to freak the fuck out.
Yep. And then the astronaut will take off its helmet, and it'll be Kishibe in there. It'll be him from the past or something. Oh, man.
He would have beat the fuck out of the darkness devil if he went. That's why.
Yeah. True. Oh, my God. Wait, didn't Quan Chi get, like, destroyed by the Darkness Devil?
But we already
Kishibe got destroyed by Quan Chi.
I already explained to you that he's
right, yeah, true. He's holding back, yeah, because he loves her or whatever. Yeah, I remember. Okay.
He does say that she would win the fist fight, but he was just flattering her because he loves her.
Yeah, indeed, yeah. And he wanted to get her on his side because of Makima or whatever, right?
Yeah. He was going to kill Makima. Crazy, bro. Remember that?
So, I do remember that was crazy. What an arc that was. My God, greatest arc of all fiction ever, Kyle.
No, you like the dumb one after it more. You fucking idiot.
True. Wait, which one? I was actually talking about the best arc.
Oh, you were talking about the kill yourself Makima death squad. I was talking about the letters. Not the letters. That was also very on cool. The page.
All right. So, moving on. Amazing joke with when Denji stops Yuko and he's like, oh, I can just read his mind. And he's like, all he's thinking about is how to expose his identity naturally. So great.
That's definitely happened. There's so many mind read powers in anime, like in Yu-Gi-Oh! Yugi overcame Pegasus's mind reading by playing... Wait, you know about this?
Wait, are you talking about in the first arc of Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah.
Yeah, wait, I thought it was through the power of friendship, right? Where he uses the block of whatever.
I think that's how he beats him eventually, but because it's like multiple episodes of him, he just doesn't look at his cards and just believes in the heart of the cards. That's
true.
Yeah. And he's like, my deck will give me the right card to win because I'm a good person. I believe in myself. And then he would draw Dark Magician and win or something.
What was so cool in that fight? The Toon cards. I always thought that was so cool when I was a kid.
Yes, Pegasus' Toon cards are cool as fuck. Toon, baby, Blue Eyes Toon Dragon.
Oh, it's so cool, Kyle.
He's a little critter. He was cool. There's something else where it was like, oh, he's too dumb, I can't read his mind. Maybe in Naruto. But when I saw that, all I could think about is it might be Luffy.
That would sound
probably
right.
Luffy. Did it ever happen with Goku?
No, I don't think so.
But yeah, it's happened in something
maybe
else.
In a bridge.
That's what I thought of. I think, oh my God, you might unironically have hit the nail on the head.
All right.
Maybe, I don't know. But I'd seen it in something else, so that's what I thought of.
Man, remember that joke in DBZA where like Goku pretends to hang up on King Kai? So great. His telepathy, my God. Joke. What a joke. What a series. What an S tier series.
And then he calls him back and it's actually the joke I don't get about George Takei or something.
And I agree. I had no idea what was going on there, but he sounded funny.
He says,
like,
oh my, and I think it was like a gay sex hotline or something. That's what the implication. That's what I took away from it.
Yep. True.
Three-way call. I remember the joke.
Yep.
We were talking about Yuko and Denji joking. There was another joke there.
We're talking about the Asa dream, were we? The Darkness Devil and stuff?
No, we moved on from that because you were saying like there was... Oh, because she couldn't read his mind. Keep up, EliteAri.
Can read his mind. Oh, yes. Okay, you're right.
Oh, there was another joke around that. Oh, yeah, Denji, like, clearly it's like a big emotional moment between Asa and Yuko, and Denji just shows up like, I'm here to save the day, and then just murders our friend.
Yeah.
That was the joke. I've also seen that in something else, though, too.
You've just seen too much media, Kyle. Oh my God, ruining your experience.
I've just seen it all. I don't need to consume nothing else.
True. You've seen every trope imaginable.
Yes. In Pokemon. All of them were in Pokemon episodes.
Alright, well, Yuko, she shows up at the door, and she's like, don't open it. But then Asa doesn't even spend a second to think about it. She opens that door straight away. She's no Denji. She's not being controlled by Makima or anything. She opens that door. And then they have their little heart-to-heart moment, you know?
They have another... And this has happened a few times in... I think just in Chainsaw Man in general, where they both have like a awkward, that wasn't that funny, but they like joyously laugh at it thing.
Sure, yeah.
When else has this happened? I think Yuko and Asa have a moment like... Not Yuko. Asa and Denji have a moment like this later.
I was just thinking about The Last of Us. The way the last one ended.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of like it, I guess. And then Yuko, yeah, there's another self because I have the chapter up because I'm bad. I'm the worst. A bunch of people just died. I killed my own teacher and class president, and I'm here laughing at how funny this is. I guess so Yuko relatable. Is, yeah. Sometimes you just got to kill and then laugh about something completely unrelated afterwards.
It's like when you get, I was going to say, it's kind of like when you get in a really big argument and then you like, not laugh about it afterwards, but like I don't know how, actually, maybe it isn't related to that. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't pick up on nothing.
Yeah, no.
Down there.
I love arguments, Kyle. They're just so great.
Yeah, but then Yuko is running on the roofs. Come on, this is fucking Spider-Man right here.
Yeah. With her really, let me just say, I love Yuko's design there. Like the jacket and the like tentacle thing, and it's just I love it so much.
What do tentacles have to do with justice? I wonder.
True, yeah.
But EliteAri, I just figured it out. She runs into a bunch of pigeons because it's fucking Nayata. And there's birds and everything. I'm telling you, these birds, they're around and they mean something. And it means Makima is back.
I also love how in the panel where you see her sleeping when her head's actually cut off, you can see a tiny thing of Nayata. Actually, wait, no, then it can't be Nayata if it is actually, now that I think about it. Because you see like Denji and that tiny little black like hair on Denji. And like, oh, that's her. She's right there. It's the first appearance of the getting of her.
She's doing it unconsciously, all right? She's not going to be a bad guy.
That's actually a very good point. It could be when she's asleep, like her true like power comes out or whatever, when she's unconscious.
I spent so long trying to figure out who the girl at the top was, but it's like...
So did I. Yeah, wait, it is one of the class people?
Okay. I think it's the one that retired or something, because I remember I figured it out finally.
All right.
But I think it was like someone they'd saved or something, so she gets to sleep. But yes, I do love that it's just like the Yuko thing, and you look at it briefly, and then you're like, why is she asleep? And then you realize she's dead, and you flip the page, and she's fucking decapitated. Yeah. She says, Chainsaw Man. And the next one is somebody holding up the fucking body upside down, and you see it a shadow, and then you see the birds flying.
Yeah. And no one will ever know she's dead. Did you, wait, so when you first saw that, did you ever for a second think it was Denji? Like Chainsaw Man?
I actually did for a second only for a second because I was like, oh, it's Denji. But then I thought about it. Yeah. Because I thought it was playing off of the gag earlier where he was like killing her without remorse and sort of not realizing that this is the character we care about, Denji. You can't just do this. So I was like, maybe he shows no mercy to devils or something. I went down that path for a little bit, but I assume it's not him now. It also says egg down here. I wonder if that has any significance.
You say egg?
Yes, on the panel of Denji, not Denji, holding Yuko's body that we cut to like birds flying away is at the bottom of chapter 111 for everybody listening. There's just a billboard that says egg on it. And I know that's important. It's
interesting.
Dr. Eggman. I noticed
genius,
that.
Kyle, genius.
How did you not see it? And I was like, this probably has nothing to do with anything. But now
I didn't notice the birds, all right? So I like how you picked that up. That's great.
Listen, right. I'm looking for these birds after I remembered that in the reread that Makima uses birds or something.
Well, just the fact that you mentioned like Venom and Spider-Man, I think that like that's dead on what's going on here. Like you see the silhouette and it's like the exact same, but it's not Spider-Man.
Yeah,
it's Venom.
It would. You see the Spider-Man silhouette and then the tongue would stick out and you would do the 90s Venom noise. That's the coolest noise ever. Yeah, that's not it at all.
I would have no idea. I've never seen it. Except for the clips you show of a Black Cat or whatever.
Black Cat, my goodness. Nobody will ever be as sexy as Felicia Hardy in Spider-Man 1990s.
Right.
That's Black Cat's real name. I spoiled it.
That's crazy. You're such a fan.
I feel like you meet Felicia Hardy before you meet Black Cat. Though, those DVDs were all out of order episodes. Can you believe they used to do that, EliteAri? They would They would have all the Black Cat episodes, and it would be season 1, episode 6, and then season 3, episode 5. And dumb fucking 5-year-old me would think, oh, this is the episode right after it. Crazy. And then there would be little inconsistencies, but you're just like, oh, these shows are incompetent. These idiots don't know what they're doing. I'll just fill it in with my kid imagination. I didn't realize. My goodness.
You know have you heard of the Clone Wars like TV show?
Of course, EliteAri. I'm not a
that's like it's completely out of order. Like they'll have it's so weird. Like they will have like an arc which takes place like 5 years in the future, and then 2 seasons from now they'll have like an arc that takes place like right before that episode or something. Like it happens so much. The episode is just they're all out of order. It's very strange. That's very, very George Lucas thing. It's an interesting creative decision.
Was he still around when they were making?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was like the lead. Like, yeah, he was very involved in it.
Do people hate it because of that?
People universally love the Clone Wars. I think it is the most beloved like piece of Star Wars, like universally.
Well, I hate it.
Maybe you would. Who knows? Because Reddit loves it, you know. My God.
Oh my goodness. That's why I hate Avatar: The Last Airbender, by the way, because Reddit likes it.
You're gonna laugh at yourself one day when you watch it. You're gonna be like, "This is such a great show." There is zero chance that you're not gonna like it.
I'll kick his head off. How about that?
True. What a weakling that guy is. All right. So, I guess that's the end of the Yuko arc, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Then we go to the Aquarium arc.
Dead. Yeah.
So
then we're introduced to our gang of school losers, and they all got dumb hats on, and I hate them all. Why do I hate them all so viscerally?
Because they're all lame. They're all like...
Look at this fucking idiot with his headband and his dumb fucking triangle face. I can't wait.
He thinks he's a leader. He thinks he's Chainsaw Man.
He thinks he's top fucking shit. He's laughing and stuff.
He's no
Who
Denji.
the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, I agree.
Right. Oh, and this is another thing that... This is all intentional, right? I'm just an idiot. These aren't criticisms. Another thing that's cucking everything is that Asa believes him for a second that he's actually Chainsaw Man. What a dumb bitch. Obviously, Denji is Chainsaw Man.
I guess you're meant to believe that he is the clone, right? Like
Yes, it is a great fake out. Because I was like, oh, this is such a Fujimoto thing to reveal it straight away, and I already hate this dude. And now it killed Yuko. What a fucking prick. But it turns out that's just fake out, and he's a big loser. I bet we'll all like him by the end. But it was a great fake out subverted thing. But also, he probably is like standing outside the window as Asa just got killed because he was like listening in when Denji said if she didn't follow the house rules, she would die. And
he was following, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he wasn't in the most recent chapters, so
sure.
I'm sure he's gonna find out that Denji is Chainsaw Man first.
And no one
Isn't that an Eddie Brock thing? Isn't that an Eddie Brock thing where Eddie Brock finds out that Peter Parker is Spider-Man sometimes, but nobody believes him?
Hey, the only Venom thing I know is Spider-Man 3.
Oh, you're a hick fucking idiot.
What a movie that was.
Why would that make you a hick? I don't know. You're a hick idiot.
You just hate mainstream movies.
No, I like Spider-Man 3, but the fact that you don't know the 90s version of it more closely.
True.
They stole the upside-down shot where he wakes up and he's suddenly in the middle of the city. Because he's unconsciously doing things like Denji when he killed Yuko just now. God, it's all Spider-Man. Yep. God, Venom is so fucking cool. Greatest comic book villain of all time. I fucking hate Batman. Now, this prick is Eddie Brock and he is Venom.
Yep. Alright, then they go to an aquarium. Because Asa wants to go on a date. Wait, was it Asa? It was Asa's idea, right?
No, because he starts following her, and then other way around. She starts following him, and then she's like, "Oh, to get him to like me, so I can turn him into a weapon because I have to, or because I think Euro, what's her fucking name?
Yoru, the
Yoru, Euro, like the money, Lamau. Wait, what's her name? Euro.
Like Yoru.
Yoru. In my head, I've said it. I bet in those chapter reviews, I was saying it fine. Because doesn't she put the pressure on and she's like, if we don't turn somebody into a thing, I'm going to take over your body or something. Doesn't she say that? Isn't that the impetus for all this? That's a word.
Oh boy, I don't remember these details. I read this so long ago.
I think it's something like that, but then she follows him around and wishy-washy about whether or not he's a good or bad guy. It's the thing where she's like, oh, I'm going to try and manipulate him, but then she kind of is blushing at some of his responses because he says he doesn't want her and to beat it. And the girls only like you when you tell them no, EliteAri. You watch the Red Pill channels.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Probably not a Red Pill thingy, huh? Probably that's just like a dumb guy advice thing. You gotta pretend you're not interested, EliteAri, and they'll think you're so cool.
Keep that in mind.
Yes. Her dumb face as she plays it up in the text and stuff. I'm scrolling EliteAri, this is bad. But then Denji has the realization, he's like, a date? And then he just says yes.
Oh yeah, he immediately, true.
That's actually what he wants. Oh, and this is the hairpin part where she's like, forget the hairpin. What a great decision.
True, and then she gets the amazing panel that became my Discord profile picture. So great. Except I gave her cat ears. Because Asa is just the cutest thing ever. Love it.
Oh, and this might be something from a Chainsaw Man thing or a Fujimoto thing. Or I guess it might just be, this always happens when like the dorky, like they make a manga with a female or an anime with a female main character who happens to be cute, but for the whole first things they're like dorky and relatable to like us dumb men. And then there's always a point where she's like, well, obviously he's gonna fall in love with me. I'm actually pretty cute. And then you go like the moment like, oh yeah, I guess she is. How does she have any of my problems if she's attractive? What a dumb bitch, I hate her. Except you don't actually think that last part.
True.
But what else has this realization where the main girl goes, well, I'm cute as fuck, so he's going to like me. You know what EliteAri, it must have been something we both seen.
A portrait of a lady on fire.
No.
I haven't seen it. I don't know.
No, I'm thinking about Yamada's first time, but that's not it. Like, her opening monologue is about how hot she is and how she can easily fuck 100 dudes, except her vagina looks weird. You remember it, EliteAri.
Sure.
It's a classic panel where she's got the mirror up between her legs and she's like, does everybody's look like that? It's a classic. What a show. I'm rewatching it next. But, fuck, what else?
I have no idea. I have no idea what you're talking about. So it's a panel where you've got... Where you a moment where you feel like you can't relate to the woman because she's attractive?
No, that was all a joke. Just the basic premise of like you're following the female main character and she's about to go on a date, but the author knows that the whole audience is all men, and she has this moment, and it almost alienates her from you a little bit. Maybe I wasn't joking with that stuff, but obviously you're not mad about it. But she says that she's cute into the mirror, and like, of course this dumb boy is gonna love me. It's in no idea.
I'm assuming Evangelion or something. I don't know.
Asuka almost certainly does something like that. Oh my god, I think you might have hit the fucking nail on the head. What a smart bloke.
You're welcome.
Misato could say that too, but it's in a bunch of other stuff, is what I'm saying.
Yes.
Maybe it was Pokemon.
All right.
But this fucking saying I read every fucking word of this dumb bullshit. This joke is so good, where she's just done so much research and she's just, no, we'll spend 30 minutes looking at here because I've already planned out every second of this because I've optimized it. I make lists like this all the time, Ari, where I'm like,
yep,
tomorrow from 11:30 to 12:30, I'm gonna do this, and then you get to it and you do none of it, EliteAri. At least she's doing something.
I think this is the most like my favorite part of Asa here, where she's so like, she thinks she's the best. She's like so self-important and narcissistic, and she's like done all this research, and her way is the right way, right?
She's my favorite.
It's so great. I love that. It's like,
I love narcissists.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, yes, it's a great thing. All right, yeah.
Oh, and then
she says,
whatever the fucking name is, shows up and says, actually, that shit was boring, and she even gets mad at him. I'm fucking everything up right now. Yeah. And she turns around, and the fucking famine devil's there. God, Chainsaw Man's good.
And she says, Elsa says, my explanations would be interesting if you could understand them. I'm like, wow, she's great.
True.
I love her. All right. So yeah, they go to an aquarium, then the Eternity Devil, because the Famine Devil shows up, and apparently the Famine Devil made an agreement with the Eternity Devil, sucks out Yoru, sends her outside, and traps him in an infinite aquarium, as well as the Devil Hunter Club, and apparently Yoshida shows up as well. It's great.
Oh yes, when he just shows up and he's like, I'm here too. What a great dad.
Yeah.
But he's also fucking evil, because he can teleport through time because he's the Death Devil.
Yeah. Well, yeah, true. Something to do with that. But here now we get the direct parallel, Kyle. We get a crying person who's Kobeni. We get the club president who's Himeno. We get Yoshida who is Aki. We get the guy with the hat who's Arai. We get Denji who is Power, and then we get Asa who is Denji. And it's the direct parallel to the Eternity Devil stuff. And we even get this one panel, which I don't know. It's in the chapter. I'm not really sure where, but I'll send it to you now. Where it's like directly, like this could have come out straight from the Eternity Devil thing.
Yes, this is one I was just looking at, yeah.
So what chapter is this for everyone listening, I guess?
114.
114. It's just a picture of them all standing in a row.
Head through the roof and try to figure it out.
Yep.
Something about this, like when you're reading it, is so cool. It's like, oh, they're doing the thing, and then they're doing the thing, and then they're doing the thing, and it's literally just callbacks to.
And when Denji's like, "Oh, that guy is back," or whatever.
Yeah.
That dog.
Oh, it's so cool.
Yeah.
And then they even go and find all the fucking food and shit. It's like, man, remember this one?
Yeah, how they're talking about how the infinite room or whatever gives them like infinite water or something because there's like a bottle in the room or something. I'm like,
yeah, and you're like, well, he's gonna take that on the third day to make him more death. Oh, it's so good. But yeah.
So Asa can't eat fish because she they look too much like a dead animal, which is so true. My god. A fish is literally like a dead animal when you're looking at it. I'm like, man, I can't eat this thing. Look at it. Jesus.
Wait, I didn't get it, and I still don't get it.
Wait, a fish being a dead animal? Like whenever you eat steak or something, it doesn't look like a cow, right? But then you get a fish, and a fish is literally just a fish you're looking at. No, I don't have any ethical problem with eating fish, but it just grosses me out when I look at it. I'm like, oh, you want me to eat this?
Well, I wasn't talking about ethics. I was talking about grossing me out. I guess that
doesn't gross you out.
Kind of look like
wait. Do you eat prawns?
Have
you ever eaten prawns?
Though. Yes.
Would you ever eat an eyeball of a prawn? Like, doesn't that freak you out when you see the face of like the prawn and you're like, oh, I almost ate the eyeball here. My god.
No, it sounds gross.
Can't relate.
Not because of that. But right. I don't like peeling prawns, all right? But that's just because I'm lazy.
Sure. All right. Well, I'm on Asa's side, all right?
Or whatever, you eat that right out of the fucking shell, and I don't got no problems with that. Oysters aren't real things, though.
We don't care about them. Yeah, exactly. Fake.
It's like starfish over here.
They don't have hopes and dreams, all right? We don't care about them. So, next up. Asa drops the phone, and then she has a mental breakdown where she's like, I have no idea what's right and wrong.
She's figured out that the phone is going to save him.
Yeah, indeed. She was for once going to be useful, but nope, she completely failed again. And she's a total bore, is what she says. And it's actually pretty accurate in terms of the things she describes. Just trying to see.
Yoshida has a fucking phone. What a fucking... Oh, that's why he's making that joke.
What a time traveler.
He's not a time traveler.
Wait, what do you mean he's making a joke?
Oh, he's making it. Oh, it's so good. Why are you so dumb, Alita?
All right, explain it to me then. Go ahead.
Because he said that earlier because it's funny, but it's only funny to him because he's the only one that knows he has a phone. I would tell a joke like that.
What's the joke? I don't even know what you're talking about.
Because the joke is just to yourself. It would be like, oh, I gotta think of an example. I've probably done this 3 times to you in this conversation itself, where I tell a joke, but only I know, and then I get to explain the joke afterwards. But instead of the explanation, he just holds the phone up as the explanation. You following?
So wait, when you say he makes a joke, are you saying the fact that, like that line he says where, like, oh, high schoolers have phones these days?
It's him maniacally laughing because he has one too.
Okay.
This is like intrinsically.
I'm honestly not even. I don't even know.
I was first reading it. But yeah,
wait. So she breaks the phone, and then
no, it's before that, right? Where she pulls it out. He says, Do all high schoolers have kids phones these days or whatever? Because you think he's being like an old-timey dude. Sure. But it's actually a subversion because he has a phone too, but they think it's their salvation when clearly he could have gotten them out with a phone at any time, but obviously he's a mastermind behind all of this, so he didn't do it.
All right, whatever you want to believe, Kyle. That's all right.
I believe it 100%.
All right, cool. All right, that's good to hear. So then,
this joke isn't everything. Hold on.
I don't even know what. Like, in this case, I just can't see any joke going on here. Like, he is clearly someone who doesn't understand what is the norm in high school, right?
No, he absolutely does to a T.
He's someone who hasn't gone to school.
He's the exact opposite of Yuko and Asa, where he understands everything about everything in life.
Yeah,
He comes off as socially autistic because he's just so smart.
He's just quiet.
Yeah. Well, because he's a maniacal little prick and he's killing people.
Oh my god.
But there's definitely this joke in One Piece where it's like, where Zoro would be like, I can't even think of an example of an item. But then afterwards he would reveal, after they've like broken and everybody has this heartbreak that, oh no, we're actually not saved. He would be like, actually I go on Lamau. And Chopper and Usopp would turn their heads and they would have big reaction faces and it would be funny. You have to have seen this joke in a million
Yeah, I think I know what you're saying. So you're saying Yoshida's doing that here? Yeah.
Yes, he's always doing funny stuff, but like not selling it and just having a sly little smile, and Denji's reacting to it.
All right. Interesting. I'll have to reread it. I wonder.
Something like this. Yeah, you'll figure it out when you read it again.
Probably, yeah. All right. Yoshida's a comedian, apparently. I like it. An interesting interpretation. Now, Denji says to Asa, what you say is totally boring, but you're interesting to watch. And I'm like, true. So true, you know?
Shut up, simp Denji, you fucking idiot.
He's just spitting facts. That's all he does. Then we have Denji talking about Nayata, where he's saying that she's just so smart. I need to get her money to go to college. And is she actually smart, or is she just smarter than Denji? And I guess we'll never know. But I guess we will find out soon, maybe, if she talks about stuff. But what do you think?
She's an idiot.
You think she's actually a genius?
Like Randall, she's got no fucking brain.
That's a good point. Oh man, I wonder if Fujimoto's seen Black Sails. That'd be crazy. We get a Randall reference.
If
That's
Night
an SD character right there.
The next episode. Wait, there was a fart checklist. Remember on the wall?
Yeah.
It is a Randall reference from Black Sails.
That's crazy. Who can believe it? 2 ST characters, my god. Interesting.
Probably like 2 A tier characters,
True, I guess we'll see. I was just making a generic thing. It means nothing based on my tier list, right? We'll see the true tier list later. All right.
This idiot wouldn't eat fish because it looks like a dead. Well, I guess we established that starfish don't look like animals, so she can eat them.
Starfish are significantly grosser than eating fish. I would not eat a starfish, but I would eat a fish, definitely.
I want to try.
It's so gross though, because they're like alive, and like if you split off an arm, it'll like grow it again. And I'm like, oh, what if the arm grows inside me or something? Oh god, I hate it. I couldn't eat a starfish.
What if Markima grows inside Denji and she's controlling?
No, that'd be cool, right? I'd like that. But if a starfish grew inside Denji, I can't handle that. Jesus. All right. Asa goes on a power trip. Is the note I wrote? Isn't that genius, Kyle? You got a power trip because she gets it's 2 levels. She's power, and she's also getting like an ego trip there at the same time. She's like, I'm fun, right? Yeah, you're fun. It's like, I'm fun, right? Yeah. I'm glad you noticed. It's just so great. And it feeds into, I guess, what you said, Miller or Minty? Someone said that it's like, oh, she's got all these aspects of all these characters.
That was a dumb fucking Miller point.
Yep. I don't know. I'd have to think about that if that's actually true. But it's interesting. But certainly she is the power in the situation. Oh, and they run around
stealing stuff. That's funny.
True.
I've forgotten about some of this stuff.
What a pair they are, Kyle. They should kiss and have a relationship.
Yeah, instead that didn't happen, did it? We got this fucking cuck nonsense happening.
From Denji's perspective, it happened, I guess.
Yeah, it's even worse.
Well, maybe now Naita killed Yoru, so now only
she's gone
Asa
forever.
Is left.
Yes.
Yeah. And then she never has to explain anything. It should just play along and pretend it was her kiss all along.
And at some point, because she makes the deal thing. And I think the panels are exactly the same, where she do, once we're out of here, I'll grant you any request, and obviously it's the Makima thing. And I think like the panels are even like identical.
So she is every character.
I saw a YouTube short where like they showed it as Makima saying it, and then they like did a cool effect, and it was actually whatever the fuck her name is, Asa saying it. But then Denji's smart. He doesn't just want to have sex afterwards. He wants to have a date. God, this Denji fella he's developing.
But before all of this, Asa buys the aquarium, which is like the most amazing like plot. I don't know what you call it. Like it's like it shouldn't work, but it does. Yeah, it is good. It's a really cool conflict resolution. Yeah. Like even it just frustrates the Eternity Devil. Like he talks about like, you can't buy an aquarium for like $1,000 or whatever. What a guy.
Yeah. Then we obviously got the penguin moment, which not even Reddit can ruin for me because it is the Reddit moment. But penguins are so cute. Look at this dumb fucking penguin, and look at this dumb fucking Denji.
But then he gets taken away.
Wait, no, he's still holding him on the outside. Does he get taken away?
Yeah, some like aquarium guy comes and takes him away.
Oh yeah. Well, Denji can't look after the fucking penguin. Right?
I guess, but he was sad to see it go.
Remember Happy Feet? What a movie! Look at this dumb penguin.
I actually haven't seen that movie. Freaked me out. I saw a scene of it when it was like airing on free TV, and it just freaked me out.
I think it is weird and freaky, but I don't remember enough of it as a kid. Like they get separated at birth. You're supposed to look after your little baby penguin, but the penguin gets separated, and the dad everybody makes fun of him because he lost his dumb fucking kid. And then like the dance, and then they destroy religion or something. I remember seeing a YMS video about how Happy Feet destroys religion because they all think that you're not supposed to dance, but Happy Feet likes to dance. That's why it's called Happy Feet. Anyway, this penguin was cool. The Eternity Devil looks weird now. He's got fucking hands and fingers and stuff. Remember Hell? That was
we never saw him, right? Like in the original thing.
Well, we saw him.
Saw his stomach.
I guess. But I assume he's different because
it probably looks different. Yeah, true.
So shut the fuck up, EliteAri.
Yep, true.
Idiot.
Imagine if the Darkness Devil died. Like, what would they look like next time?
He'll never die unless Kishibe gets a hold of him.
True, or Yoshida from the past or whatever. Yeah. All right. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen, and you're gonna be like, Ari, you're a genius. But yeah, sorry, Yoshida from the future. Yeah. All right. Aquarium. Yeah, buys the Aquarium. Devil. And then Yoshida and Famine, they look at each other.
I've got the rest right here. She throws it. Explosions.
And then Kyle selected it as one of the greatest panels in this section. It's great. See a shark. It reminds us of the poor lost soul at his beam.
Oh, this fucking class president piece of shit says, Isa Mitika, that power, could it be? What the fuck does this prick know? I
feel like I had an answer for that, but I honestly don't remember at this point. What chapter is that?
I'm kind of reading it out of context. We're on 117 right now.
117. Well, no idea. I haven't got a note on it, so it didn't happen.
But then we get the moment you were just talking about. So much for that idea, says Famine Devil. That's Fami, by the way. She wants to be called that. And then she does look at Yoshida, and Yoshida just mock him with smiles because he's a little fucking shit. And he's killing people.
Yeah, bad people. He's never killed a good person that we've seen so far. What a good upstanding citizen.
I must have missed the penguin thing the first time because I just remember Denji doing it. But there is a little panel of like Denji sad, but but there's like a dude in the background that's taking the penguin. Because Denji does have one earlier where he says he's so cute, I want to keep him. Poor Denji didn't get to keep him. He's got enough fucking mutts. They're still freaky fucking mutts, though. They ain't cute dogs. Though they're kind of cute.
Would you eat a penguin if it was cooked in front of you?
No, not if it looked like...
But you'd eat a fish, right?
Yeah, who cares about this dumb fucking fish? Sharks, too. True. They're scary.
True, yeah. I wouldn't eat a shark.
I probably wouldn't eat a fucking pig if you killed her in front of me. Poor little piggy.
What about a chicken?
Is it Bucky the chicken? Because I liked that fella.
Yeah, he was kind of cute. Very funny.
He didn't even have a head. Headless fucking chicken. What an idea.
True. What a way to open part 2 as well. Good. All right.
But yes.
So I guess that's it.
Oh, the Denji spinal cord joke. That was a great one.
Oh, the best joke. My God.
It was like a...
It's like, what a funny way to end the conversation or something.
Yeah. There are still fucking birds everywhere. The first page of 118, there are fucking birds.
That's crazy. I didn't notice a single bird when I was reading. So these are the details that you pick up, you know? I love it.
Open your eyes, EliteAri, my goodness. Yeah. Quit thinking about time travel.
I didn't get to read this twice. I only read this once.
Well, I didn't read this part twice.
So now, starting up after this aquarium stuff, we get the post-aquarium arc, which is the current arc in my definition of arcs here. Which happens it opens with the spinal cord sword, which is just an amazing joke. Then Denji wants a date. That's what his wish is. And he proposes the Makima movie date.
Yes, he does.
Which is just funny. It's probably yeah, exactly. Poor guy.
But then Isa, because she's autistic, like says, let me go over to your place. Not understanding the implication, but she's lucky that fucking dumb fuck Denji doesn't understand the implication either. So nobody gets raped. Great stuff.
Indeed. Well, I mean, yeah. She does get like a kiss, an unconsenting kiss right at the end, you know, but that's Yora's fault.
And then she gets killed for it. There's another cute gag here where Euro, what the fuck is her name?
Yoru. It's like, you know the Yu-Gi-Oh introduction with like your move or whatever, you gotta think of Yoru. That's all you need to know.
And too different.
Oh god. Right.
She jumps on the bed and falls asleep immediately. How cute. That's all I wanted to say.
Alright, well, what do we get next?
And Isa knows that that Denji doesn't like him, but I think this is like not what's happening, right? I'm pretty sure Denji likes him.
Say that again.
But what the fuck is her name? Isa has the moment where she thinks she couldn't turn him into a sword because... Yep. It's obviously because he's Chainsaw Man and that stops it somehow. But she thinks he doesn't like her.
Wait, really?
And he has like... Yeah, I think that's
I literally interpreted it as like she doesn't have confidence in herself. Like she doesn't believe she
it could be something like that too. It's not that he doesn't like her though. But
no, it's all from her perspective. Like, that's how she buys the aquarium.
Yeah. he said those things, but he doesn't like me when she's thinking back to him saying the nice things about her. Excuse me, even after all I did, he doesn't like me. Even though she had just admitted that the date was bad, but now she's thinking,
true.
And then she has the grit in her teeth thing. Unbelievable. He's so irritating. I hate him.
Yep.
And then they talk about the date plans.
Yep, it's great.
And then the you die thing, and then turns out they come over, they watch the movies.
Wait, you die thing? Oh, the night you die if you break the rules or whatever.
The greatest. Oh my god, the chapter title is called Thief. Incredible.
You're a thief.
But yes, the like the shot outside of Naita walking all the dogs. This is the cutest thing I ever fucking saw in my life.
Yeah, I guess let's talk about the latest chapter. You know that probably everyone is thinking about right now as they're watching this. Which is so they go to the apartment. I guess everyone really knows what we're talking about. Yeah, they go to the apartment. They sit in front of the TV doing nothing. It's pretty funny. And then we get that shot of the dogs and Naita, just like Makima, and all her.
It was such a great tease. I actually have a story about this because I had seen what I thought was a spoiler image of the scenario I had imagined was that Asa shows up at the front door with Denji. They open it, and then Yuro and Naita see each other, and they stare at each other with their crazy fucking dual eye thing. I'd seen a fake fucking panel about that, and I thought that's what was going to happen in the chapter. So I was sitting here waiting for it to happen, and then it never happened. So I was a little disappointed. But it was so cool. They as soon as they saw each other, like their two fake little sisters were staring at each other, wanting to kill each other, and it would have been that cool thing where they're on a date, but in the background they're just staring at each other. That didn't happen though. What a shame. Adding into all of this was that we haven't seen Naita the whole fucking time. And she was so cute in that one last chapter she was shown.
True.
So we want to see her again. We want to see Denji's home life, what it's like. We get little hints about it, about how she's so smart and I want to send her to college and stuff. And then we get teasers with it with the end of the last chapter where it's like, you're going to die, and we all know what that means because she's a crazy Makima bitch. And it's just like, the build up and the long shot of her walking the dogs builds up to that.
She's a huge problem child with an extreme building personality. Tension.
Yes. Yeah. She's great. But also her walking all the dogs with her little Makima leash thing that obviously
I really like
the dogs from like you're supposed to hold the dog so it doesn't go on the road, and you're supposed to be big and strong. And the dog's a little fucking dog. But these are all big dogs bigger than her, and she's got 7 of them to herself. So she's gonna get thrown onto the road when these fucking dogs go to chase a car, but they won't. Because she's the fucking control devil, and she'll be like, doggy, stop.
Like, it's the fact that she doesn't care. Like, she's looking forward. She doesn't care if anyone's looking at her weirdly or anything. She's just walking. It's great. It's the confidence.
She's also autistic.
Oh my god. Socially unaware.
Yes. Translation. These mutts are still fucking crazy, by the way. I already mentioned it, but they will kill somebody at some point.
Yeah,
look at these fucking idiots jumping into the air.
I mean, she could probably command them.
Do it. Yeah. She could, but I don't think they will. I think that just the point is that they're fucking crazy. They're always jumping everywhere.
This series is fine with collateral damage, right? Like, if we can destroy buildings and stuff, I'm sure Naita could, maul an innocent civilian to death by accident or something.
Yeah, but I think that's like some layer 1 shit. If the weird dogs actually do end up killing people, that's some layer 1 shit, right? Chainsaw Man's too smart for that.
What if it's funny, though?
Now we're talking. Who are we killing that's funny? Class
president. The president. It could happen, I guess. Yoshida. Imagine if we killed a Yoshida with the dogs. That'd be crazy, wouldn't it?
Oh, now we're talking. Fuck you and your octopus.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's
there
dead.
are a bunch of little details in the background of their thing that I was noticing. Obviously, the fart chart. But Denji and Naita also have plants, and Naita's is dead, but Denji's is growing because Naita doesn't look after it. But there are probably some other things there.
Kyle, the most important detail is the calendar. Indeed, we're going to talk about that. Don't worry.
Oh my god!
I'm sure other people probably have, but I at least
I haven't seen nothing about the calendar.
Oh boy, does it imply some things, Kyle? My god. But we'll talk about it later in the predictions or whatever. But they kiss. Or I guess we want to talk about the kiss in the chain
they
or whatever.
Kissed and it doesn't count because we got caught.
Yeah, true. But I guess there's a few outcomes of this, right? What, the kiss?
How it's set up, where we are seeing things from Denji's perspective, because he's starting to doubt if she likes him because we get into his head and then we turn around and the scars are on her face and it's like, oh, not Euro, which is not how you say the name, is here. And it's like, oh, fuck. She's fucking everything up. And yeah, it's cool. And it's also the kiss thing that we're not supposed to see, that it's not supposed to happen.
Yep.
It's so great. Everything about it. The door opens, the fucking Mutt's jumping in. Silhouette of Naita, thief. Point.
Yep.
Dead.
With the muck in my hair.
Yes, she's got the braid.
So, there's a few options here. Yoru is dead. Asa is dead. Yoru is like cast out of Asa somehow.
There will be no
maybe Naita. No, maybe Naita takes control of Asa somehow, like in like how Makima would to the people. Yeah, temporarily. I think it's gonna be till the end of part 2, but I don't know.
She'll try to kill her. It'll be a crazy little yandere girl moment.
She'll sick the dogs on her.
The dogs will lick her to death.
Yes. Well, they are running towards her at this point, right? I guess
they're running towards Denji. They're good friend.
True.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't foresee any real consequences to this.
Yeah, I foresee Denji getting up and like scolding her and being like, "No, you can't do this," or something like that.
Yes, that could be cute.
Yeah.
Or she'll be like this again. Well, there was almost an implication through him knowing that somebody would die if somebody makes out with him that this might have happened before.
Yeah, sure.
Is there a dead girl in the backyard buried?
Well, it could be that like whenever they're watching TV together and Naita sees like Denji looking at a girl or something, she's like, oh,
yeah, it could just be that she gets jealous and lashes out at anything, and that he's assumed.
I think that's what's implied, right? Because they like still sleep together, and it's like, she's obviously grown up very close to him, and she's like probably part Makima in a way, and still loves Chainsaw Man or whatever.
I did realize that it's a brother-sister relationship at some point recently, and I've been thinking about.
Wait, what else would it? Oh, the daughter. Is that what you were thinking?
Yeah,
I kind of still think it is more daughter, right?
I don't know. I guess you do sleep with your daughter. Oh, pause.
Well, if you're in like this is obviously like a very low income kind of like single room housing. I would assume you would anyway.
Well, the dog's got a bed over there. I'm pretty sure in that shot from the last.
Yeah, one thing for like 50 dogs. Yeah.
But I think it might have been because I did watch a Mad Men episode. We brought it up somehow. Where Sally and Bobby, which are Don's kids, and little Bobby is younger, and Sally is back from her boarding school for an episode because she got in a fight and broke her nose, and Betty isn't happy about that because women have to protect their faces because that's all they have in life. And then Sally says, "Where would my mother be without her perfect nose?" And then she sasses her and walks upstairs. God, greatest television show of all time. But little Bobby comes in and wants to sleep with her. And it's cute because she looks so grown up and he doesn't. And it's a little brother-sister thing. See, there was a point to that. And that's what their relationship reminds me of.
I'm glad. I'm sure someone listening right now can relate to that.
Denji is going to have a father relationship with his daughter later, right? But Naita is not the daughter. That's my conclusion. Thank you for listening.
All right. Well, that's really it in terms of the arcs. So the next thing is miscellaneous notes.
Well, I didn't have any notes about anything.
I have very few, maybe like 2 or 3. The first one was just the exact statistic, which is 35% of all people die in devil attacks, which is like an insane number. The next miscellaneous note, it does make sense, but that's like, isn't that crazy? Like, man, how does the global population survive like that? You know, my God.
Well, we got some empty houses. They're going down a little bit because devils are pretty recent. Quan Chi, well, they're probably as recent as Kishibe, because Quan Chi doesn't age.
Yeah. I did think about that, like, when I was theorizing about stuff. I think that's just the whole, like, when it says the first devil hunter or whatever, I think that's a lie, because she's not actually human, right? Like, she could be hundreds of years old if she's a devil in a human's body.
Maybe.
So I think it's, like, no point speculating. You could, like, if you took it literally. And I did initially, definitely. Anyway, next miscellaneous note.
Do we have something about this calendar? Are you going to bring this up?
We're getting to that.
Okay.
Actually, I think it's the next one after this. So the next one is about how Yoshida, I really like how his fingers, like the way he does them matches up with like what the octopus does. And how it's like similar to what, like with Aki and the fox devil and all that. I think
everything's just trying to be Naruto. Naruto had the coolest thing of all time with these dumb fucking hand signs. And now everybody's trying to do some cool hand shit that you can do in your little backyard and think I guess it's just all the Kamehameha.
So is
everybody just wants to do the movement and pretend that the beam is going to come out?
Well, in Naruto, do they have like? Is it? I've never seen Naruto, but do they have like the hand actually represents what's happening, like the same like shape and all that, or is it just more like
well? No, it's not really like the tri-beam cannon. It's usually like they mean something. Like one means tiger, one means something, and you got to use like 3 or 4 of them together to do a certain move.
Right. Okay.
I guess there are some where you like point at something and it happens, like when he Almighty pushes, but he just puts his hands out and then he erupts. That was a cool moment. Remember that? EliteAri?
Absolutely not. I've seen the first episode of Naruto where his master dies or something, or doesn't die. He like pretends to die or something.
Oh, he saves him. He nearly dies. Uruku Sensei nearly dies, but that prick, what's his name? The bad guy in the first chapter.
I don't remember.
Of course you don't remember, you idiot.
Wait, I've seen the first episode.
Yeah, but I should remember is the point here.
Right. Maybe I should, because I've only seen one episode. All right, next up. Interesting that the famine devil is not a primal fear. Because, like, famine and hunger, I would assume that's, like, a primal thing, right? Like, everyone is afraid of starving to death.
Do they ever say that darkness is a primal fear in Chainsaw Man?
Well, they say this is, like, I can sense the primal fear, or I can sense the primal fears looking at us, right? I guess they never directly say, like, this one is a primal fear.
No, they definitely do.
They do? Okay.
Well, that is them doing it. Shut up, Ari.
Of course, yeah.
Is there like a thing? Are primal fears a thing? If we Google primal fears, is this a category?
Well, there's a movie I've seen, which is Primal Fear. And the fear in... I don't know if I want to spoil the movie. I won't say what the movie is.
Yeah, we've fucking looked this up before, but it just says ego, death, separation, loss of autonomy, mutilation, and extinction. Darkness isn't in any of these fucking things.
True.
What are the 5 primal fears? Fear of abandonment, fear of loss of identity, loss of meaning, loss of purpose,
loss of identity, yeah.
Well, that's not fucking darkness, you moron.
And death is weak, right? We established that.
And Scootup's fear, the procrastinator, the rule follower. What the fuck is this got to do with anything?
Oh, God.
Fear of death, fear of abandonment, fear of failure.
Maybe primal fears are like a Japanese thing. In their culture, they have like a specific...
maybe primal doesn't quite translate.
Yeah. But it makes perfect sense, primal, because it's like, you know, humans have always been afraid of this. Oh,
yeah, because you're playing Far Cry Primal and the tiger jumps out of the darkness because you don't got lights yet, you fucking idiot. I figured it out. That's why it's primal.
Yep. All right. Now, Kyle. So you ready for my big speculation about the calendar going on here?
Let's go.
So, okay, let me read through the notes here. So we know that the Gun Devil attack was that second Gun Devil attack, like the big one that killed Aki, was in September of 1997. Now, in this final chapter here, 119, we get the fart chart that says it's March. So is that accurate? I'm pretty sure that's accurate. Then on the calendar on the wall, we see that there's 31 days in the calendar. So, I mean, obviously I'm making some assumptions here. Like, I'm assuming that their calendars are the same as ours, which I would probably think is a fair assumption. And I'm also assuming that, like, Denji and Naita are, like, keeping the calendar up to date, so, like, turning it every month or whatever. But assuming that's the case, then that means that the 31st is a Wednesday, because that's where it would be positioned if the week is starting on a Monday, like it did in Aki's flashback in chapter 13. So, okay, now comes the speculation. So,
wouldn't it just be March 30? Like,
what that means is it's March 31st is a Wednesday. That's like the fact I extracted from all that, right?
Okay.
So then what that means is that if we're following the same years as us, which has lined up for the first Gun Devil attack and the second Gun Devil attack, then that would make the year 1999. So what it means is that it's currently March 31st, 1999. And if we're assuming that the Gun Devil attack was 1997, September, so the end of that, that means that from there to now there's been... It actually has been a while, which would imply that if, say, Denji, because the Japanese school year starts in March, which means that likely Denji enrolled in school in 1998, March, which would mean that we're coming up right now to the end of his first year, because the Japanese school also ends in the next March or so. I think it starts in April and then ends in March or something. So this we'd be either coming up to or right after he's ended his first year as a high school student, is the conclusion I came to, basically. Yeah, which I think is pretty interesting.
School, so
yeah.
He could be in like his last week.
Yeah, but the other thing is that apparently in Japan they have 3 years of high school, like or 2 years or something. Like you get pre-high school and then high school. And it's not like us where it's like you get 7 years or whatever. And it's not like America where you get 2 years or something. I think it's like a weird like number.
Yeah, because they have middle school or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. So that's it. There we go. Probably 1999 and probably the end of Denji's first year. But who knows, you know? There's a bunch of assumptions I made and they could all be wrong. But I do think Fujimoto has thought of this because it did line up really well for the first 2 Gun Devil attacks, which I found interesting.
I thought it didn't line up. Wasn't that the big thing?
No, it did line up. Everything worked out in the end. If anyone's interested, I made a big Reddit post about it, which people seem to like, I think. It wasn't that popular, but I typed it all up. Check it out, EliteAri 1 on Reddit.
Crazy.
Anyway, so that's it. All my miscellaneous notes.
What would that mean in any implications outside of this?
For the story?
So then it's been like we basically time skipped a year or so, or like a year and 3 months.
Yeah, it would imply that, yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, September, October. Oh, yeah, I guess. A year and 5 months, right?
About 18
Something
months,
like
yeah.
I think the biggest thing is that it could be they could be coming up a graduation ceremony if they do things like that. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Or Asa could be in... I don't know what year Asa's in. Like, I have no idea if she's in the same grade as Denji or not. Maybe she'll move to high school or something. I don't know.
Well, they're at the same high school, right?
Yeah. It seems to be like... It's like a really big high school in Tokyo, right?
Yeah, the biggest one, I think they say.
Yeah. We also do get
Ichibei
another...
probably would have rebuilt fucking the public safety more than I would
Sure,
have
in that
thought.
time, yeah.
Yeah.
It also would... No, actually, no, it doesn't matter. The other thing I was going to say is that we also do get a time skip with... what's his name? The chicken? Because he gets introduced and he's like, okay, 90 or 100 days later or whatever, we're going to kill him. So we at least get a 3-month time skip just in part 2.
Yeah, okay.
So it's interesting. Time things are going on here. Time is passing.
It also means Denji and Nayata had been living together for more than a year when I had assumed it'd been like 2 months or something.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Right. Yep, I hope I'm right. Also, if I'm wrong, someone pointed it out and I'd be glad to look at it. But next up, predictions and mysteries. And mainly, I don't have any predictions because we've talked about them all. I just have a bunch of mysteries that I want to bring up. So
Can we bring all those up too?
Yeah, maybe. So the first one, what will part 2 be called? Already talked about that.
The
who
Spider-Man
is the Justice Devil and what does the Justice Devil want? I guess we haven't talked about what they want. Like, do you think they have some big goal related to Chainsaw Man, or you think they're just like wanting to?
They want
get
humans
powerful?
to suffer, just like the Angel Devil.
Sure, yeah, makes sense. Do you think they're like a human-looking devil because they're apparently in the school, or maybe the school itself is a devil or something?
It's that scale thing, you know? That means justice.
Oh,
that's
maybe.
what I was thinking. But it's obviously going to be a human, dude. Obviously.
It could be scientific instruments, like in a science lab or something, just like a scale there. Could be funny.
I'm sure it'll be something conceptual and cool.
Yep. I guess this is a prediction I wrote, which is that Asa has to make more long-term friends because all her friends keep dying, or all her like acquaintances around her. So maybe this group of people, like this Devil Hunter group, will be more long-term friends.
They're all dying.
I also think they're all going to die.
Demon 3, right? These idiots aren't making it past the next arc. You got Denji and Yoshida, and Yoshida's evil, and Denji's her boyfriend. She's got no fucking friends.
Yeah,
what
true.
A sad life.
That's a good point. All right,
Naita maybe.
I guess this is a question for both of us or for you. What is something crazy that the War Devil could turn into a weapon? Like, so far we've turned the Aquarium into a weapon, which is something crazy. But are there any other things like that? Yeah, where it's like, damn, that would be really interesting.
What means something? I think I said in one of my chapter reviews, I remember this, I was like, man, she should have turned Bucky into a thing. That would have been crazy.
Oh my god.
But,
I was thinking, like, if she thinks she has ownership over, like, her planet or something. Like, it's her planet, you know? She turns the entire world into, like, a weapon. Or, like, her existence, and she turns herself into a weapon or something, like...
Maybe at some point she takes over Denji's body because she is Venom Denji, and then she turns all of the Chainsaw Man fans, and that's the plot reason for Chainsaw Man being so popular. And
that's
they
crazy.
become... I was going to say it's like the spirit bomb, but not really. She would just make them all explode. That's a thing in something where like a bunch of random people start exploding. Or am I just thinking about King Piccolo exploding a random planet every year? Or
the Kingsman movie.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I ain't seen Kingsman.
Oh, okay. I was thinking, when you brought that up, I was thinking the other way as well, where you have all of the Chainsaw Man fans who probably think they own Chainsaw Man in a way. So what if something happens there, like Yoru somehow distributes amongst all those people, and I don't know what would happen there.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, probably not.
I can't think of like any personal items.
Yeah. All right. Next prediction then, or question. I said, what's the relationship between the 4 horsewomen?
They're sisters.
Yeah, I guess they're just sisters, and then the who will be the Death Devil? Have we met them yet? And I don't think we've met them yet, but you think it might be what's his name, Yoshida, but probably not, right? Because there has to be a woman.
Probably not.
All right. We already talked about who is the Justice Devil. No idea. And who killed Yuko? No idea. And
wait, I just realized.
Yep.
The main bad guy has to be strong enough for all of the horse women to get on horses and try to fight them. There's going to be a cool panel where they all stand next to each other after they've been bickering for 70 chapters. And Nayata and Euro, or whatever the fuck her name is, and Fami, and whoever the death one is, they're all going to stand on a hill as the darkness.
Oh, they're all going to fight Yoshida?
And fight somebody. It's going to be Yoshida, that's right, the Darkness Devil.
Oh my god.
Involved.
Well, what if while you were saying that, I thought of the 5th ending for the anime where they have a bunch of horses for like all the characters. I was like, I wonder if that's like something to do with that, you know?
What an ending.
Yeah. True. Oh boy, I think that's everything except for the tier list. Unless you've got anything else you want to talk about.
I'm thinking I'm going to get to fish, but no.
Nope, we're powering
I'm not taking no break.
So I think we should do it so that one of us reveals it, and then we go over it, and then maybe the other person as well to see it, maybe?
I think we should just do it at once.
But how are we going to go over it then? Like,
we'll just comment on the or we'll show them both on screen. That we're both going to reveal them at the same time, and then we're both going to do reaction voices. Probably me, very dramatically.
Wait. So we're opening the other person's, and we're both going to react to it at the same time.
Yeah, oh yeah. You need to be hovering over
your spoiler button.
Yes. Wait, I can just open mine on my screen, right? And it won't show for you.
Yeah,
it will.
No, you can click on yours. Nothing happens to me.
All right, open them both.
All right. Done.
Oh my goodness, Isa's number 1. What a fucking coward.
Classic Denji, Power, and Kishibe. My god, Kyle.
Yeah, Makima dropped down because she sucks at
Meowie. What is Meowie doing up there? My god.
She's cute and she's a cat. And then we got Nayata because she's cute. Isa is at the top of A tier because that's where she belongs.
Yeah, but higher than Yoru. I like that.
Yoru here. Oh, they're the same fucking person. Beam is so cool. Himeno. Gross. Not Himeno, my burp. Quan, she was pretty cool. Then we got the mascots here. The Halloween girl, she was pretty cool. Aki, I put in A tier, so you all respect me.
I love it.
Angel Boy's pretty cool too. We've got a Fami over here just because she's so cool and hasn't done anything yet. She's in B tier.
What a design.
We got Yuko, she's pretty cool, but right next to her is her brother-in-law over here, the cool stone dude. Way above the violence fiend who is over here.
My God.
Beneath Reese and Kobeni, who I both respectively put in B tier because I guess they're all right, but you're still a hack fraud for liking them. Then we got the cool one of the fiends.
Hair lady. Yeah.
I kind of was supposed to group them all together, but then Yoshida, and then I don't know, the rest of them are pretty whatever.
Santa Claus. So who's the worst character then?
I just put everybody that I didn't really care about. I didn't order C tier, so
yeah.
The worst one here is probably the one dude from the drinks. Because
true.
That's all he
I could not figure out who that was. I had to do a reverse image search.
He knows him immediately. There was one. Oh, the dude with the dot on his forehead. But then I was like, oh yeah, he was with the stone dude.
Yeah. I was hoping we would get the you know how we got that man from the drinking thing. I was hoping we would get the girl from the drinking thing. I thought she was really cool.
Oh, I barely remember her. But I guess the actual worst dude is school rep. Or no, what is it? Student council president.
Look at my list. I'll D tier right there. The 3 worst characters.
Oh my goodness.
The guy I didn't recognize. The good old
D tier means they're bad, alright? I didn't put nobody.
I don't like him. I don't like any of those 3.
What the fuck was the stone dude at the bottom of C tier, you fucking
He's lame, alright? I hate him. I hate his design, his attitude.
He's so cool.
I like when the Darkest Devil killed him, took out that stone devil. That was
you put Tendo's sister above Tendo because she's really hot. That was a good
idea. That is indeed why I did it actually. Because she looks so cool,
Why is actual class president in A tier?
Wait, who?
Just because that cool
because she was what a cool line, Kai. What a great reveal. She's so jealous.
What the fuck is Reese out of Makima?
because she's so cool. She's like the greatest, and she has a cool design. She has that. She bites the tongue off. My god. But yeah, what have we got in S tier? We got Yoru's the least. She's nothing like Asa. I like Yoru a little bit. Cosmo's so great.
Wait, it is Yoru, not Yoro.
Now you're confusing me. Yeah, it is.
Now I'm fucking up in the reverse fashion.
Oh my god. Yeah, Yoru, Cosmo, Makima, Riz, Aki. Aki's so great. And then even greater than Aki is the amazing Violence Fiend, which I love so much. And all the way down in C tier is Arai, so the Violence Fiend is so much better than Arai. Denji Power, Kishibe, and then undoubtedly the best character by an absolute landslide. I would put her in a completely tier above S tier if I could, and that would be Asa. She is undeniably my favorite character in this. She is my favorite character in I don't know, probably top 10 characters of all time in anything I've ever seen. I love her. Asa's the best.
Jesus Christ. Listen,
so there we go.
Yep. Where did I put Sawawani, the snake girl? Because she still is cool.
I thought you were saying Quan Chi. Right.
No.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Where did I put her? Oh, I put her in BT. You put her in Cita. She's cool. I don't know why, but she's cool.
Wait, the snake fiend.
The snake
person?
Girl, yeah. She seems
she is cool because she talks
and everything. Yeah.
Wait,
also, I think
wait a minute. Wait.
She's
Are
cool.
you talking about Quan Chi's snake fiend person?
No, I'm talking about the girl with the katana dude. She was cool.
Oh, Sawatari or something, right?
Yeah,
with a hoodie, right?
Yes.
Yeah, true. She was cool. But she didn't do much. I don't know much about it. And what was she in the end? She was some plant by Makima or something? I don't know what's going on there.
And we still didn't figure that out.
Yeah. But yeah.
Is there anything else to fight about?
Let me double check your
Stone.
No, not at all. It's great.
Meowie, not even an S tier.
I love Meowie. Meowie is I put him above Pochita, didn't I? Wait, yeah, I did. Because her above Pochita.
True.
Because she's so great. She sleeps with Denji when Denji is the only one there at the house. She's
a treacherous
goes
little
with
feline.
Yep, indeed. Right at the end of part one, she recognizes Kishibe and stands on his back or whatever. And I'm like, oh, this is cute. I love Meowie.
Because she stayed with him that one time in the greatest moment in all of Chainsaw Man.
Yep.
Because of course you let your fucking cat stay with Kishibe. Who else are you gonna trust?
So true. Or maybe Yoshida, because you know why.
Absolutely not. That cat would be dead. No, it would be infected.
Wouldn't that be crazy if we had? Oh
jutsu.
Man, if Meowie showed familiarity to Yoshida, and that's the evidence that actually is Kishibe or something, because he recognizes Kishibe from Yoshida's smell or something. That'd be crazy.
Man. It's gonna be the direwolf thing where all the wolves are gonna meet Yoshida and they're all gonna growl like he's a fucking evil little prick.
Well, maybe they'll all bow to him.
Huh?
Yeah, true, they did. But she loved them as well. That was the thing.
Kinda. In a subservient way, which I guess is the only way you love pets, huh?
I guess, yeah.
How long did we go, EliteAri? I felt like this one was going to be shorter, but it didn't turn out.
No, it is a little bit. 2 hours and 23 minutes.
Oh, no, okay.
And it was the least structured one of all these.
Yeah, doing timestamps for this is going to suck, but...
That's a problem for later. But that's it. I guess now we say what are we doing going forward, because they're still coming out.
I feel like I'm going to have to read at least the next few. I'm not going to be able to stop myself. So I assume the one-off chapters will just go on my channel because they'll probably be streams.
Yep. Sounds good.
I don't know if we'll ever come back and at the end of part 2 I guess when part 2 finishes, we can do a big part 2 reread and we can put it in this in this series. Because
sounds like a good idea.
We're going to be reading things from week to week now, which basically means we're not reading it at all. We're just big dumb fucks. We're going to forget everything that's happening.
Yep.
It's going to suck.
Yep. This next chapter will be the one we actually remember stuff for, and then that's it.
Yes. There's because there's not one coming out for another whole week or whatever, so it's going to be a little while. But yeah. Stay tuned to my Twitter so I'll tweet when I'm streaming or something. Or just subscribe to Secondary ENT and get the notification when it fucking comes out or something.
Yep.
I don't know. Are we doing Devilman next? You won't know.
Yep. We'll see. But I guess that's it. Unless anything else. Any final thoughts on this Chainsaw Man adventure we've gone on, Kyle?
I love power.
True. All right. I love Asa. My god, am I glad I read Chainsaw Man just for that. All right, but with that, that's it. Thank you for watching all these great many.
You and Minty are gonna get along well.
Yeah, I'd be interested. Yeah, someone send him this video. But all right. Thank you. See you, everyone. Bye bye.